Hey cleaning family, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Stephanie and I'm a professional cleaning expert. And over here on my channel, I teach you how to obtain that feeling of clean in your home through product knowledge using my techniques and my cleaning advice. So if that sounds like something that you may be interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Also jump down below in the comments and let me know that you are here so that I can say hello. So in today's video, you're gonna get a compilation of I won't say my best cleaning videos, honey, because all of them are the best, girl. But in this particular video, I have put together a compilation for you. So sort of like a cleaning playlist all in one video. You're gonna get 3 hours of my cleaning advice, my decluttering advice, and I'm hoping that you can take something away with you and get your home absolutely beautiful. I hope that you enjoy them. So until next time, peace.
Golden light pours through the blinds, wash away the worries like a winding tide. Yesterday left far behind, your sweet scent fills my lungs open wide. In this soft light, troubles fade away with you. No need for words to say your love, a gentle breeze that carries me through. I give up the world, the moon, the sky. For you, I'd reach so high. Across the ocean, I'd soar with pride. For you, I give up my dreams, my hopes, my view. For you, what more could I ever do? I give up the world, the moon, the sky. For you, in the silent dawn, you stir from sleep. Sunlight paints your face in a golden sheen. The hush of dawn, a peaceful sea.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another cleaning video where you get the true feeling of clean over here in my videos, honey. I'm gonna be showing y'all how to do that today because I gotta get some cleaning done. I gotta get my kitchen finished up. Now y'all have already got the beginning of my kitchen, but since this is happening over a course of a few days, I'm still working. So I'm getting ready to finish out the kitchen. I need to get my stove clean. I need to get the inside of my oven clean because the inside of my oven is sort of long overdue. It's not filthy. It just got a little bit going on that I need to clean out of there that I've been looking at for quite some time, and I need to get that done. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that. I haven't decided on whether or not I'm gonna pull the stove out completely and clean on the sides of it or under it because I actually don't cook that much anymore. So I don't think that I have a lot going on underneath there, but I will check and see. And if I need to do that, then I will also do that here on camera with you. I also need to get the floors taken care of because they're starting to feel a little gritty to me. They're long overdue as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of those. And then we're gonna pop in the master bathroom and get the shower taken care of in there. And then I'm also gonna show y'all my new vacuum cleaner that I purchased. And then I'm going to go over my product line with you because I want you to see the products that I use that gives my house that true feeling of clean. And yeah, so if you're interested in that sort of thing, keep on hanging out with me and let's get these houses taken care of. So this is everything that I'm going to be using today to take care of my house. This is my absolute favorite. This is the Honeysuckle Mrs. Meyer's all-purpose cleaner. I absolutely love this. This is what I'm going to be using to take care of my countertops in the kitchen. Also, I like to use my glass cleaner. This is my favorite, the Sprayway glass cleaner, because it's foaming and it absolutely leaves no streaks behind. And I like to take care of whatever streaks are left behind on the countertops with my Sprayway glass cleaner. This is good for all countertops because, as you can see, it is ammonia free. You do not ever want to use glass cleaner like Windex that has ammonia in it to shine up any kind of stone countertops, because it will dull the shine and eventually make the stone of your countertops break down over time. So I love the Sprayway, and this is what I use. And then I'm going to be using my little 8-ounce bottle here, my little 8-ounce spray bottle, to fill like about 1/4 of the way with the Mrs. Meyer's all-purpose, and then the rest is going to be distilled water. And then also I like to use the jet dry in my dishwasher, because with these newfangled dishwashers you absolutely have to have, I'm sorry, this is actually Cascade rinse aid, but I have jet dry. I just haven't opened it yet, but this is because this one is, you know, I'm probably going to be using the last of this today. So I use the jet dry, but the Cascade works just as good. And as I was saying, you have to use this in these newfangled dryers now in order for it to dry your dishes. Otherwise, when you open it up, your dishes will still be wet, but this leaves a nice crystal clear shine on the dishes and it leaves them dry. So I put that in my dishwasher. This is my dishwashing liquid that I use. It is 7th generation. It is the Power Plus, the Blast Away Stuck on Food. I've been using this for a very long time. This is the only one that I buy. So this is what I use to clean my dishes in the dishwasher. Now, if they had 7th generation in this, I would absolutely use it. But since they don't, I can't. I don't know why I'm moving everything to the side. And then this is what I use to take care of my LVL floors. The Bona, I absolutely love the Bona. They also have one that has essential oils as well. But this one I got from BJ's, which is a big box store. So they usually just have one kind, and this is the only kind that they have. So it comes with this and it comes with the big bottle. I think it's a 64 ounce, comes with this one spray bottle as well. So I haven't used all of that, but once I'm done using all of this, then I'm going to start back buying the one out of Publix that has the essential oils, because I really like that one. This is the type of dishwashing liquid that I use. This is the Ecos plant powered dish soap. I like this one. This is the pear. I also use the lavender one as well. I just ran out of the lavender one, so this is going to be my first day opening this one today as I take care of my sink and my cast iron skillet. And then this is a vinegar and water mixture with a couple drops of clove essential oil. You can use whatever essential oils you like. I just do half water and half vinegar, and I like to use this on the stove top. Never use vinegar on your stone countertops either, because it dulls the shine as well. So I'm only going to be using this on the microwave and on the stove top to give it a nice shine. And then once I do that, I'm still going to go back in with my glass cleaner just to give it an extra special shine, since I'm doing a really nice cleaning today. And all of this can be used inside of my oven as well. I think I am going to use Dawn though. I think I may end up using Dawn inside of the oven. So if you see me using Dawn, that's what I'm doing. I'm not sure yet because I don't really know how bad it is. But yeah, for my suds, I will probably use Dawn on the inside of the stove. But if you see me using Dawn, then just know that I use Dawn as well, okay? Because it's one of my favorites. I just don't have it in my lineup today. But this is everything that we're going to be using to take care of our homes, ladies. So let's get started.
Love that grows like a tender rose in the soft light. Troubles fade away with you. No need for words to say your love. A gentle breeze that carries me through. I give up the world, the moon, the sky. For you, I'd reach so high. Across the ocean, I'd soar with pride. For you, I give up my dreams, my hopes, my view. For you, one more more could I ever do? I give up the world, the moon, the sky. For you, for you, for you, for you,
So turns out my stove or my oven was not that bad, so I ended up not needing the Dawn. The Mrs. Myers is actually pretty soapy on its own. That's why I don't like to add too much water to it, because it is a pretty soapy all-purpose. And again, it's one of my favorites. I love it. The products that I'm using in my home, or that I use here with y'all whenever I'm cleaning, these products are always meant to give you that extra special feeling of clean without the chemicals. Chemicals just makes your home feel heavy, and they don't clean. It's just chemicals. I went to see my brother the other day, and I had left my mop at his house because he was mopping his floors. He had just moved in, and I was so tired that night when I was done helping him decorate and cleaning his place, until I said, well, I'm gonna let you do the mopping. And what he ended up doing was he ended up using the Fabuloso to mop his floors. And so I went back about 3 days later to get my mop, and we did some more shopping and things like that. And I collected my mop and my mop pads. And he had that Fabuloso on the pad. And y'all, when I tell y'all, all the way home, I was smelling that Fabuloso, and it was driving me crazy. I absolutely hate the smell of cleaning chemicals, and I especially hate the smell of Fabuloso. Anything with bleach or something like that, like, I can't take it, y'all. And so those type of heavy products does not clean your home. When you clean with more natural products, you get a better feeling. Your house feels lighter, okay? And the scent around your home is more subtle. And so when I got home, I just didn't even keep those mop pads. It was 2 of them. I ended up throwing them in the trash because I just wasn't even going to put that in my washing machine. That's just how much I hate the smell of Fabuloso. And it has gotten worse over the years. It didn't used to be that bad. I bought it about 20 years ago when my girls were young and I was raising them. And it used to smell really good at that time. But I still never used it on a regular basis. Even then, I bought it that one time and I never used it again. And it just feels like over the years, they just add more and more chemicals to it. And it's just so bad for your health. So when I talk to y'all about the true feeling of clean in your homes, it's all about the product that you use. It's all about having product knowledge. And it's all about knowing what products works together to give you that feeling of clean, and to give you that subtle, fresh sense of clean, and not heavy chemicals.
Opening, closing, all in one day. Blue sky, then violent rain. Feeling the dirt shift, sensing the change. The dog has been shaken outside of a grave. Opening, closing, statements or phrase. Radio channels, curses or praise. News and instruction on it's for the pain. Bad conditions breaking everything. In this strange weather, a time to be alive. In capital letters with no end in sight. Close together just feels right. In this strange weather, strange weather. Opening, closing, both of these eyes. There's always a prophet, always a lie. A faraway poem, a fragment doing to me. I've been down in the ruins so deep. All the games that you play, all the love you've forsaken, you let it slip away. You don't care what you're doing to me. Every setback, every mishap, every time you say you gon' change. Say you get it, you regret it, I forgive it, but you stay the same. You should cry an ocean for me, for the dumb shit and the damage you've done. Cause I've been crying oceans for weeks. Tried to fight it, but I'm drowning alone. Sister, save me now. Save me now. Whoa. Sister, save me now. Save me now. Whoa. Shed a tear for me, baby, if you dare. Maybe then it would show me that you care. Cause your words never match what you do, how you act, so I can't just take you back. Never fool me once, never fool me twice. If you love me, you'll react. You should cry an ocean for me, for the dumb shit and the damage you've done. Cause I've been crying oceans for weeks. Tried to fight it, but I'm drowning alone. Sister, save me now. Save me now. Whoa. Sister, save me now. Save me now. Whoa. Every setback, every mishap, every time you say you gon' change. Say you get it, you regret it, I forgive it, but you stay the same. You should cry an ocean for me, for the dumb shit and the damage you've done. Cause I've been crying oceans for weeks. Tried to fight it, but I'm drowning alone. Sister, save me now. Save me now. Whoa. Sister, save me now. Save me now. Whoa.
So this is my new shark. This is the Shark Navigator. I love this purple. It is so pretty. I could have got one just like the other one that I had, but this one had a couple features that I like better. It says that it gives better suction, which is about the same. I like that the two tools that it comes with are on the side versus at the handle like the other one. And I also like the fact that it has an 11-inch hose, because on the other one, or 11-foot hose, because on the other one, when I would try to use the hose, it would like turn all over because it wasn't long enough. So I definitely like the fact that this one is 11 feet. We're going to use it in the bathroom first and clean up all of the hair and dust and whatnot that's on the floor in here before I get started on the shower, because I don't like for water to collect in hair and dust when I start cleaning the shower, because it is inevitable that the floor is going to get dirty as I clean. And the rest of the bathroom is already clean. My vanity counter, my toilet, the water closet all together. This is how my shower is looking. Absolutely disgusting, y'all. This line buildup, honey, this got to go. And I'm also going to be using my peppermint Castile soap to clean the shower today. I love this peppermint Castile soap. My entire bathroom smells like peppermint after I was done cleaning my shower. So real excited about using this today. I usually use the lavender one, but today I'm using the peppermint. So yeah, also be sure and remember to clean your drain before, or pull the hair out of your drain before your shower gets wet and before you start using your brush, because if you don't, you will have hair stuck all in your brush. And it is definitely hair in your drain, whether you can see it or not. I'm using some alcohol to just break up the dirt that's on the door and let it sit before I get to it with the soap. So that's what you just saw me spraying. That's alcohol in that bottle. The other tip I want to give is that if you have a spa tub in your bathroom that you rarely use, and most of the time we do rarely use them, go ahead and rinse that with some soap and water from time to time, especially when you are giving your bathroom a nice little deep clean, because it will make a difference in the way that your bathroom feels after you're done cleaning it. Because if it's collecting little bugs and it's collecting hair and dust and that sort of thing in between usage, then it's still dirty. So go ahead and take care of the dust that's collecting in there. You don't have to do nothing deep, just go ahead and rinse it out, and then that'll also help your bathroom to get that extra special feeling of clean as well. I want to just mention once again that this peppermint soap smells so good, and I do recommend it. A lot of people don't like the Castile soap because it is sort of expensive, but it does last quite a while. I don't usually make mopping my bathroom floors that deep. That's why I like to vacuum them first to get everything off of it, because I just use the water and the soap that hits the floor from the shower as I'm cleaning. And then I had a little bit of alcohol sprayed on the floor as well just to disinfect. And my mop pad was already wet, so that is how I got the floors mopped today. My bedroom is already clean, dusted. My sheets are already changed. They've been changed now for about 2 days, so no need to do that today. I dust my furniture with vinegar and water, the same mixture that I showed you in the kitchen. I have 2 bottles of it, one I keep in the laundry room and one I keep in the kitchen, so it really doesn't matter whichever one I get my hand on first. That's what I use to dust my furniture. And then I just like to straighten everything up that's on my nightstand. There's quite a few things on my nightstand because that's just like when I'm in my room at night, I'm just doing my thing, right? So I have like books and all this sort of thing over there, and I just dust and straighten all of that up, dust off my lamps and that sort of thing. I like to keep my dresser dusted as well, straighten up everything that's on my dresser, and then I also like to dust off my mirror that's on the dresser as well, and then maybe go in with some glass cleaner, or you can also use the vinegar and water mixture to clean your glass as well, because vinegar is a good shiner for glass also. So I love this vacuum. It pulls on the fibers so nice. It just puts those nice ridges in the carpet that your girl like to see. I'm getting ready to put my rugs back on the floor in the bathroom because I washed those today, and then the rest of this is just cleaning cloths that you see and a cleaning towel, and then I'll get those folded later. I did clean out my little trash can here in the bathroom, and then all I have to do at this point is just put out clean linen, like my hand towel, a new bath towel, and then my washcloth that's in the sink. It was already clean. I've been had that for about 2 days as well. It's just dry at this point, so all I have to do is just rinse it off to get it to hang, you know, properly in the shower again, and then, you know, that sort of thing. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. I really missed you guys, and I'm glad to be back, and I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Look how shiny my glass is from using all my beautiful products that I showed you in today's video. I will see you next time. Peace. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another cleaning video. I am finishing up part 2 of the last video that we did. I'm still getting this laundry done. I am drying the towels. I'm washing the pillows from my bed because, as I mentioned, I was washing everything in the house that needed to be washed, and so I'm finally getting that done. This is actually the same day as the last video. It's just going over into the nighttime. As you can see, I had a ton of towels to wash, and I absolutely love washing and folding my towels. My towels have to be bone dry when they come out of the dryer. They have to be hot in order for me to be excited about folding them. I really just love to have that heat in my towels when I bring them out of the dryer. If they are in any way damp, honey, they got to go back in there until they are just like I like to feel them, right? So I'm taking some time out to get the towels folded so that they can go in the linen closet up here in my guest bedroom, bathroom, and then also the towels that go downstairs. Now, I did say in part 1 of the video that I was going to talk to y'all about that pile that was on the floor, and I forgot. So some of these towels came out of my linen closet up here, but they were already clean when my daughter was occupying the bathroom. But when I went to check that linen closet, I just saw where some sheets were in there, just kind of thrown in there and balled up. They weren't folded. And then some of the towels that I'm washing here and folding that are going to go back in that closet, they were clean, but young people don't really know how to do laundry, so it just kind of smelled a little mildewy to me, like they had been dried, but well, they had been washed but left in the washer maybe overnight and then dried the next day or something. So they didn't have that fresh feeling or smell to me. So I just pulled those particular towels and sheets out of the closet just to freshen them so that I can put them back in there. And then also the mats that was in that pile, they also got washed as well because they were on the floor. And since I'm going to be cleaning that bathroom in today's video, I just wanted to make sure that those mats were clean because I need to take the shower liner out of that bathroom. I'm not even going to put a new one in there right now because it's not even being used, so it really doesn't matter. I just want to make sure I get the tub and everything like that clean and just, you know, make the bathroom sparkle. So this is me just folding everything. I like to fold my towels in a certain way, everything going in one direction. I like to tuck my tags on my towels and washcloths and hand towels because it just gives everything a neater look when I'm putting everything back into my linen closet. I like to open my linen closet and see my linens just looking a certain way. I don't like to throw my linens in the closet. I just like, I can't look at a linen closet that's not neat. So that's a tip for you. If you fold everything in the same direction and if you tuck your tags that are still attached to your towels, washcloths, and hand towels, then you will have a much neater linen closet. So that is what we are getting done right now. I do have a towel and sheet folding tutorial here on my channel that I did quite some time ago. I will link those 2 videos down below so that you are able to find them. But in the meantime, definitely don't click out of this video, honey. Continue to watch this video and then you can go back and and check out those 2 videos, right? And if you want to get up and, you know what I'm saying, get started with me, or put me on your TV, or you can put me in your ears and put your Bluetooth on and just listen to the sound of my voice as we have cleaning conversation as we get through today's video. Now, in case this is your first time seeing my face, my name is Stephanie. I'm a cleaning expert and I do cleaning motivation videos. I teach cleaning habits and techniques and product knowledge for a clean you can feel. So if that is something that is your jam, honey, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the like button. Comment down below and let me know you new so I can say hello.
Bring back dignity. Time and time again I relapse, but love is never done.
I do want to mention that I did clean my bathroom today as well. I gave it a really good cleaning today. The only thing that I did not do was put out a clean washcloth for my face over by the sink, but all of my other towels and washcloths that are hanging are clean. And then I had to wash the mats up from upstairs, so I also took the time out to wash my mat in my bathroom as well. I'm getting ready to fix my bed up so that when I get in it tonight, girl, after my shower, it's just feeling amazing, honey, because there ain't nothing like some clean linen after you get out of the shower on that bed, okay? So I like to completely make my bed up real nice. I like to tuck my sheets real tight, and that's what's going to give me that good night's sleep on these fresh and clean bed linens and this clean pillow top mattress cover as well.
Never left me. Perhaps I should have found a way to pay it back. But forget what you take, only take enough to swallow the pain. Drown the pain until it all wash away. From the night to the day you dream, you forgive my mistake. It becomes another habit to break. I'll replay it till the guilt turns to shame. From the night to the day you dream like that. Who needs a heart that tears apart? Ruminating cycles me back at the start. Time and time again I relapse, but your love is always waiting. Perhaps I can't save myself, so I fade to black. But forget what you take, only take enough to swallow the pain. Drown the pain until it all wash away. From the night to the day you dream like. You forgive my mistake. It becomes another habit to break. I'll replay it till the guilt turns to shame. From the night to the day you dream Give and take, only take enough to swallow the pain. Drown the pain until it all wash away. From the night to the day you forgive my mistake. It becomes
It is now the fall of the year, and that is almost everybody's favorite time of the year because we're like in between warmth and cool, and so it's just the best time of the year. So I love to have my bed just cozy. I always sleep with my quilt on top of my comforter all year round. Like, that's not new for me, but I don't know, it's just something about this time of year that just makes it even more cozy. So because I am washing my other comforter that I normally keep on the bed, I'm just using the one that I previously had before the one that I'm using now, and I'm just going to cover it with my quilt. I like to have my bed fully made before I go to bed at night because that's something else that just gives me a good night's sleep. I love the way it feels. I love the way the sheets just feel against my skin. These particular sheets here are just really, really soft. They were a sponsorship. I don't remember the name of that company, but I absolutely love this sheet set. And so this is how my bed is looking, and this is how it is going to look when I get in it tonight, so girl. Friends, this out of the dryer, folded and put away. I know for sure I have to put away the kitchen towels, and then now my comforter for my bed is dry, so everything is pretty much done, and the only thing left is for me to just clean the bathroom upstairs and get my spare bedroom bed made as well, since I did sleep up there while my bed in my bedroom was, you know, everything was being washed on my bed. So I still have to take care of that, and then just get that room vacuumed and, you know, just get it back freshened up the way I like to see it. In the last video, I showed you the Purex that I use for like my cleaning rags and stuff like that, and that I use for the sofa cushions. But for my clothes and towels, and for, you know, just the regular everyday stuff that I have in my home, I use the Ecos plant-based detergent, and I love it. I've been using it for years. I either use that or the 7th generation, but most of the time I'm using the Ecos just because it works just as good as the 7th generation, and it is 100% plant-based. It's just a couple dollars cheaper, so that's really just why I just go ahead and use that one. So the first thing I want to do is start with the tub. I definitely want to take this out of here. This is disgusting. Girl, once your shower liner look like this, sis, just go ahead and throw that away. It's breeding bacteria, baby. It ain't no need for you to keep that. It ain't no need for you to try to wash it, dip it in no bleach, nothing. Just go ahead and throw that away, and just go ahead and get you a new one, because they do not cost that much. So we're going to take this off and we're going to trash it. This is my product lineup for today's video. My cleaning gloves, of course. I have my 3 microfiber towels. I have some alcohol. I have my lavender Castile soap because it smells so good, girl. Like, it is just going to smell up the entire bathroom. I'm going to be using my cleaning bleach gel for the toilet. I also have my 7th generation wipes because I'm going to be using those for the toilet as well, because I always use something disposable to clean my toilets. I'm going to be using the Sprayway glass cleaner because of course that is my favorite. And then I'm also going to be using my all-purpose, and this is Mrs. Meyer's in this 8-ounce container. And that is what we are going to use to get started in this bathroom today.
That I need, but to actualize it, I can't doubt, no doubt. My emotions are valid, but the goal is not to be triggered every time. Never mind, it's just life. It's okay for my sanity. I choose peace and now forever. Start
there was still some hair in the tub before I started cleaning it. So I just took a piece of tissue to pull all the hair off the wall and out of the tub because having hair in my rag while I'm trying to clean is just a pet peeve of mine. I hate it. It is so annoying. I should have done it before I put the soap in the tub and before I sprayed it with my all-purpose, but I didn't. Sometimes it happened, but that's what I was doing. I was pulling the hair out of the tub with a piece of tissue, or sometimes I use a paper towel. Like if I'm in a client's house or whatever, I just take a paper towel, clean up all the hair first before I start cleaning, because again, it's just annoying to have hair in the rag while I'm cleaning. Now, since I'm deep cleaning the bathroom today, I'm definitely deep cleaning the tub. One thing about bathtubs is that you can have dirt still left in like these corners, like these slopes and things that's in the tub. And I hate to clean my tub and go behind it with the glass cleaner, which you'll see me do it in a moment, and still see streaks of dirt. So I really like to get in those corners and around the drain and like all around that middle part right there underneath the faucet, because those are the spots that really holds dirt, and I just don't like to see that look still dirty when I'm done. I could tell by the way the water is rolling off of it when it's still dirty, or I can tell that it's still dirty, I mean. So the toilet was dirty today, not only because it just hasn't been cleaned, but because it's never used like that. Its bathroom is never used. So it was dirty on top of the fact that it had the ring in it from no flushing and that sort of thing. And so when I clean my toilet, I like to use a wad of disinfectant wipes, the disposable wipes. You know, I like to ball them up like a rag and just go over everything, the handle, just everything, the toilet from top to bottom. And so I will do this a couple of times to get the toilet clean. And then I also take my disinfectant wipes and I get behind the toilet and on the sides by hand, because you're going to see how dirty my disinfectant wipes will be once I do that. Because although this floor appears to be clean just by looking at it, but once I get behind that toilet and on the side with my disinfectant wipe, I'm going to pull up all types of dirt, dust, and hair. And it was a lot back there that I could not actually see. So just make sure that when you're cleaning your toilet, you are getting behind that toilet by hand and down on the sides, because if you use a mop to do that, you're just pushing around dirt and bacteria and you're not actually cleaning it. So when you get in those small spaces like behind the toilet, you definitely have to do that by hand. I also like to make sure I'm cleaning the sides of the tub as well, because splatter gets there. And when you deep cleaning your tub, or you don't even have to be deep cleaning, just when you cleaning your bathroom, just make sure you're taking care of the sides of the tub as well, because you never know what you'll pull from the side of that tub. This is my way of shining up my fiberglass tub and just making sure all of the water spots and everything are gone by spraying the glass cleaner. And this just gives it that nice streak-free shine. and I'm helping it to dry faster and that sort of thing. I just like the way it looks after everything is all clean and nice. It just feels better to me. You don't have to do this, but this is something that I've done for years. It's a technique that I use in my clients' homes as well. The glass cleaner, again, it just gives you that streak-free shine once you're done. And so every time I talk to you about cleaning the house, I'm always talking to you about that from a professional cleaner standpoint. So this is just the way I do things. I clean my house in the same way that I clean my clients' homes. So now that I've gone behind the toilet once, I'm going to do it again. And then I'm going to take my rag versus disposable wipes and go over it a third time. And that's going to be the way that I'm going to know that my toilet is clean or behind my toilet is clean once the rag comes out clean. Originally, I was going to use the alcohol to wipe off the toilet, like at the end instead of my glass cleaner. But I cleaned it so many times with the disinfectant wipes, I just ended up not. I want to be able to talk tonight, okay, y'all? I just ended up not even needing the alcohol because the toilet was just so clean with the methods that I was already using. So that was why I had the alcohol in here, because I was going to use it for that, but I ended up not needing it. Now that is something that I do in my clients' homes. I do use the alcohol to finish out their toilets and behind their toilets. So that's something that you can do if you choose to. It is a wonderful way to make sure that your toilet is nice and sanitized after you're done cleaning. I am sprucing up around the house as far as decor, changing out some things. And so today I went shopping, and I have in my next video a home decor haul for you. And I also bought some things for this bathroom. So what I really wanted to do in today's video was just really get this bathroom deep cleaned, because it's been a while. And so I kind of want to put some new decor in here. So I'm going to be showing you that in my next video, or at least I'm going to be showing you, I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. I don't know if I'm going to put the decor in this bathroom in the next video when I do the haul, or if I'm going to make it a separate video. I don't know. But anyway, I did buy some new decor for this bathroom. So definitely make sure you're watching the videos so you can see everything I'm doing, girl.
My head above the water. Finally I can breathe again. Lost in the waves I wander, but in your eyes I see no pain. You're a holiday, a break from the rain. Sipping your sunshine, come take me away.
So this is where I pulled out the towels that weren't so fresh and the balled up sheets and that sort of thing. I'm still pulling out some trash that my daughter left in here, and it was some on the floor as well. So I'm just straightening this out, and then I'm going to put the towels back in here. I got a ton of shower curtains, and so I keep them all up top on the shelf in this particular a linen closet. So I'm just gonna organize that a little bit, straighten up there. So yeah, that's basically all I'm doing with the closet, is just organizing a bit. I'm gonna take that downstairs. That's a rug, a runner, and use it in my bathroom. And then there was like hair stuck to these shelves and that sort of thing. I did pull that hair off, wipe the shelves down. I didn't record that part, but then I did record me vacuuming the floor in here, the closet and the floor, and then also mopping, but that part of the footage got lost. I don't know what be up with my camera sometimes, but when I go to plug my footage into my computer so that I can edit, it's always some type of issue with something not being ported over from the memory card into the computer, and so it's just a whole thing. So that part got lost, but it was hair on the floor in this linen closet, and it was just like, oh honey. So I got that taken care of with the vacuum cleaner, and I just mopped the floor with my all-purpose cleaner, gave it a nice little deep mop. And I mopped again on the sides of the toilet, even though I had already cleaned it by hand. It's just extra clean now because it got mopped as well. By the way, my all-purpose is the Mrs. Meyer's honeysuckle, I think is what it is. I think it's honeysuckle. Yeah, honey something, but I think it's honeysuckle. Girl, that honeysuckle smells so good, honey. It's like an air freshener, baby. It smells good. So if you want to get you the Mrs. Meyer's all-purpose, go ahead and get that one. I love that one. It has become my favorite. And since I have deep cleaned the bathroom in this room, I just decided to go ahead and vacuum the carpet in here and just freshen up this room as well. So I just have everything stacked in the bathroom, or at least stacked up, so that I can get ready to put it out in the video when I do the decor with you. And what I want to do is just get this bathroom really, really clean. And so I did accomplish that today. It looks and smells amazing in here. I hope that you take advantage of my tips and techniques, honey, because if you do, girl, your home will be sparkling, okay? Please be sure to check out some of my other content. Also, don't forget to hit that link in the description for Anna Luisa's beautiful quality, affordable jewelry. Let's not forget that. I really enjoyed having you today. I really enjoyed being here with you today. Again, my name is Stephanie. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you enjoy my content. Like this video if you like it. And leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of everything. And I will see you for the next video. I love you. Peace. everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie, in case you are new here, and over here on my channel I am a cleaning expert, and you can find all things cleaning over here, everything related to the home, even a little decorating. Even though I have been undecorating in my past few videos to just kind of start over, you know, without so much clutter. But all things home related you can definitely find over here on my channel. What makes me an expert? Because I have been in the cleaning industry for 14 years. I have also owned my own cleaning business, which I am no longer working in anymore. I shut it down, girl, because it was just time. I'm tired, ready to get out of that thing, right? And just be over here with y'all, talking to you about cleaning and teaching you how to keep your home immaculate and beautiful and truly clean. So I teach you to do that by using the correct products that works together. And in order for you to be able to use the correct products that truly works together, you have to have what? Product knowledge. And that is what I teach you over here, right? And what that's going to do is give you that true feeling of clean whenever you have that daunting task of cleaning your home. I teach you how to just kind of enjoy it, get into it, get in your zone, do your thing, put on your podcast, put on your music, or even put on the sound of my voice while you go through and do your cleaning, right? I do cleaning motivation videos over here as well, so I'm cleaning right along with you and talking to you about cleaning as I clean my own home. So with all of that being said, if that's something that you are into, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give me a like if you like the video as you continue to watch and this is something that you think you might enjoy. So today's video is a dedicated video by request from one of our lovely friends. She asked me to talk about all of my favorite products and why I like them and how to use them and on what surfaces I use them for. I go over that in all of my videos every time I'm doing my cleaning motivation videos with y'all, but some people just need that, you know, that like dedicated video like she said. So girl, I am here at your service. So let's jump right into it. I want to get into everything that I use as she asked me to, and I want to show you why I like these products and why they work good, right? And also I want to talk about how you can replace what you are already using that may not be as natural as what I'm going to show for the natural products and why you should. Because a lot of times we think that we are cleaning our homes when we're really just filling it with harmful chemicals, which is harmful to our pets and our children and ourselves, right? And so in order to have a non-toxic home, you definitely have to obviously use non-toxic products, which is something that I also teach over here on my channel. Now, not every single thing that I use is natural, right? I use like 2, maybe 3 products that aren't so natural. However, because I've been in the cleaning industry for so long and I am so well versed when it comes to cleaning and the conversation of cleaning, I have learned throughout the years what works for me and what doesn't, what actually works in a home and what cleans and what actually doesn't, right? And so that's how I'm able to talk to you about products that works together to give you that feeling of clean. Because as I was saying earlier on in my point, that a lot of times you could be cleaning your home and you think that you're cleaning it, you think that it's done because you're using the Pine Sol, the Lysol, the bleach, the Clorox cleanup, and you know, all those other products that they advertise on TV. You think because they're advertising them on TV, it must be okay. It may smell good to you and you're getting that smell of clean in your home after you use all of those chemicals. When in fact, you should not have a clean of smell in your home once you're done cleaning. The smell of your home once you're done cleaning should be very subtle or none at all, because clean doesn't necessarily have a smell. However, it can if you wanted to, but you should attain that scent in your home using non-toxic products, thus making it safe for your family and your pets and yourself. Because at the end of the day, what you want to do is maintain your respiratory system, right? Because you absolutely are going to need that in order to live a healthy life. So let's talk about what I use to get my home sparkling clean and feeling clean. I have everything right here in this one tub, and we're just gonna have the cleaning conversation today, girl, okay? We just gonna just have it, and you're gonna get inside of my head and be able to understand what I think about when I'm cleaning and when I am out shopping for my cleaning products. So So right here in my tub, if you saw my laundry room declutter video, you probably saw me organize all this stuff right here in my little tub, tote, or whatever you want to call this. I just keep this right on the shelf in my laundry room, making it easy and convenient for me to just grab it whenever I need it. Now, I will suggest that if you have a large enough home like myself, that you try to keep all of your products underneath the sink in each bathroom. If you have multiple bathrooms and you have, you know, the cabinets and you don't just have the pedestal sink, I would say to definitely try to keep all of your products that you're going to use in each bathroom. That way you're not going back and forth and tiring yourself out trying to, you know, clean all of your bathrooms. Or you can also use a cleaning kit. They sell those in Walmart. They're the ones with the different little compartments on it, and it has the handle, and they're plastic. They're really good for around the house where you can tote it around with you as you clean. You can put your rags in there and all of that sort of thing. For me, I just try to, it's not that I've been in the cleaning business for so long, y'all. So I kind of go back and forth. I'm used to going back and forth for my cleaning products. It doesn't bother me to move around. I used to have one of those little plastic cleaning things that I would carry around the house with me here in my own home when I was cleaning, but I just found that it just stopped working for me. So for me, right, for me specifically, right, I just do it all kinds of ways because I'm just used to getting it done. But for those of you that want convenience, I would suggest that you grab you one of those little tubs, and then it just makes it easier to take around. You can put all your cleaning towels in there and everything. We're also going to talk about cleaning towels because I need to grab some of those so I can show you what kind of cleaning towels I use as well. So let's get started. So first of all, I'm just going to talk about everything that I use, right? Even down to this product here. We're going to talk about this first. This is OxiClean, right? And I love the OxiClean product. This is the Max Force. Now this right here I use for stains, right? Any type of stain that you may get in your clothes before you do your laundry. If you get a stain on your bed, something that you're just not gonna wash right away, you can definitely take this product and just spray it on there depending on the size of it. You use as much as you need to, and you just let it sit for a few minutes, and you can just really, after a few minutes, just rub it out, right? And this will pretty much get rid of any stain. If you do not have this in your home, child, I don't know what you are doing with your life, okay? You need this. I also use this in my cast iron pots. Like if, just say for instance, I cook some spaghetti or something in my cast iron pot, and the sauce may get stuck because maybe I left it up too high or something, and you know how it can get stuck in the bottom of the pot. If it gets stuck like that and burn in any way, or maybe like cheese, if I'm making a dish that has some cheese in it, and you know how difficult cheese can be to clean out once it starts getting cooked in the bottom of a pan, you can spray this inside of your pots and then just add a little bit of water to it and then put a top on it and let it boil on the stove for like maybe 15 seconds. And then you can get your little scrub pad, it'll scrub it right out. You can also do that with baking soda as well. So I would always suggest the OxiClean. Now, is this a natural product? No, but everything that we use is not gonna be able to be 100% natural, but 99% of the things that I do use is natural. But this is just some of the things this is just one of the products that I use that I also wanna tell you about. So if you need that, and then of course you can let it sit up to 7 days if you are going to do your laundry or whatever, and you got a stain that needs to sit for a couple of days or whatever, that can actually sit for 7 days on the stain. And then once you throw it in the washing machine, girl, it's gonna come right out. Like, that product is thebomb.com. So speaking of baking soda, because she also asked me to talk about baking soda, this is the baking soda that I get. Now, this is the bought Red Mills. Now, you can get Arm & Hammer. I do buy Arm & Hammer sometimes, especially when the grocery store is out of this particular one. I like this one because it's aluminum free and that sort of thing. And I don't only use baking soda to clean with, but I also use it to clean my vegetables, brush my teeth, and things like that. So I buy this kind just so it can be multi-purpose for me around my home. But you can use this to clean out the inside of the toilet. You don't have to use like the Clorox bleach gel to clean out the inside of the toilet, although I do sometimes. You can also use baking soda. You can even use Dawn along with the baking soda, or anything, any all-purpose and that sort of thing with the baking soda inside of your toilet, and then that will give you that smell. Because a lot of times people do like to have a fragrance. I like to have a little fragrance around my house too after I clean. But as I mentioned earlier in the video, cleaning is not it doesn't have a smell, right? Clean does not have a smell necessarily. It just needs to be clean. But if you're using products obviously that has a fragrance, then that's what your home is going to smell like. You just don't want that to be chemicals. You want that to be, again, more subtle and more natural. So when you use something like baking soda and let's just say Mrs. Meyer's all-purpose together inside of the toilet, that's going to give you that smell, but it's also going to give you that all-natural clean, leaving off the toxic toilet cleaner. So that's the other product. And then also, I mentioned Mrs. Meyer, so we're going to go ahead and get into that. So I like the Mrs. Meyer's all-purpose. This one is my favorite. This is the honeysuckle, and it smells so good, y'all. Like, I absolutely love the way this smells. This is multi-purpose, right? You can use it on all surfaces. As it says right here, multi-surface concentrate. So this particular bottle right here, you want to dilute it with a little bit of water. And what I do is I have a little 8-ounce. Let me get my... Let me get it for you. This is my little 8-ounce spray bottle that I use for my all-purpose, which is my Mrs. Meyer's. And then I just put like 1/4 of a cup in here, and then I fill the rest of it with water. I like to use the still water, especially when you're going to be using a plastic water, because it keeps minerals and that sort of thing from building up inside the plastic bottle. We're going to talk about this in a second, but also when you mix your natural products together, like the vinegar and water and essential oils and that sort of thing, in your glass bottles, because I use glass bottles for that. You also want to use distilled water as well, once again, to keep the minerals from building up inside of the product. And then you can keep it longer. So yeah, this is what I use. And again, this is an 8-ounce bottle. So of course, if you get a bigger bottle, you want to double your portions inside of the bottle, depending on what size you have. So this is how I mix these two together, and then I just use this on all surfaces. It's, again, once again, it's multi-surface, and you can just go throughout your home and use it however you want. It doesn't matter. Wherever you like to smell it, honey, that is where you can put it, okay? Now, so this here is the Castile soap that I like to use. This is the lavender one, and then this one right here is the peppermint. I love both of these equally. I absolutely love the way they both smell. My motto is, if it's not soapy, it's not clean. I see a lot of people just use all-purpose to clean, and for me personally, let me say that, for all the years that I have been in the cleaning industry, I have never worked without soap. I have never just only used all-purpose. That's not gonna get it, right? You have to use soap, and more soap, okay? So I'm always gonna have some soap around, and that is why I use these two products here, because not only are they natural and good for the lungs, but it also smells amazing, right? Because I know that most of us want a smell around our home when we're cleaning. So if you're looking for the smell, like I've said time and time again already, you definitely want to be using non-toxic fragrances and not those chemicals that they're making in these factories, okay? And anything that they're advertising on TV, child, you want to go ahead and leave that alone, okay? So that's the soap that I use now. Now, my absolute favorite, okay, is Dawn. And I like to use the Dawn Platinum. I have always liked to use the Dawn. It don't even have to be the Platinum, but I actually do like the Dawn Platinum. So I have not put off my best friend Dawn. It has to be the original blue Dawn, not the orange, not the apple, not any of those Johnny come latelys, but just the original blue Dawn, either just the original blue or the Dawn Platinum. The Dawn Platinum gets you that really squeaky clean, right? That really squeaky clean feeling. I really do like this one. So this is what I use when I'm not using the Castile soap. So what I will say is that I rotate between these. It just depends on how I'm feeling, right? Like, you don't have to do this in any particular order on any particular day. What I'm showing you is just what I use depending on how I'm cleaning and how I'm feeling. Dawn is really good for cutting grease, which is why I started using it in the first place. If it's good for cutting grease, it's definitely good for cutting through grime and dirt, right? And so you using this in your tub, you using this in your showers to clean out those rings and that sort of thing, this is the product that you want to go to. This is one of those products that I use that is not so natural, but it works really well. And I don't have to worry about that chemical smell, because even with Dawn, it's still very subtle. This is why I tell you to use the blue original Dawn, because the products that I show you that are not natural, I use them because the smell is very subtle, right? It's not like, I don't use like stuff that I have to spray anything. Any cleaning product that you have to use, that you have to spray, that is anything other than natural, it's going to have a bunch of chemicals. It's going to be chemical filled, and you're going to smell that. And it's going to have an effect, once again, on your home and on your lungs, most importantly, right? So anything that I have to spray, I'm making sure that that is natural. So anything that I show you that I have to spray that is non-natural, like my glass cleaner, it is because it's very subtle for me. Now, it may not be that subtle for you, but for me, it's very subtle, right? And so I have learned about all the different products being in the cleaning industry over the years. Like I said, I've used everything you can possibly name that's out there. And I have come down to the ones that I'm showing you on today. So the blue original Dawn is one of the non-natural soaps that I use because it cuts through the grime and the grease and the dirt, and it's very sudsy. You definitely want soap when you're cleaning. And also the smell of it is very subtle. And of course, it's absolutely going to cost a lot less than the Castile soap. This is like $14. This is like $5. So it's really just up to you. That's why I say I do both. I do both. It just depends on the day for me, because I am a cleaning lady. I have so many cleaning products. I have so many bottles of Dawn and that sort of thing. Honey, I ain't got to buy none for a long time, especially because I'm not cleaning in the field anymore. I still have stuff left over. So this will always be my favorite. This is what I have always taught over here on my channel before I moved to just 100% natural or 99% natural. This is what I have always taught. So you can always, always, always rest assured that I'm never going to be against Dawn unless they come out and say something about it that I just don't agree with. Then I come back and let you know with an update, girl. But as far as that is what I use, okay? You can clean, and I've said this in my previous videos as well, you can clean an entire house with Dawn glass cleaner and water. If you just have those 3 products, and water you're going to always have. But if you just have glass cleaner and Dawn, girl, you can clean the entire house. But that requires you to actually know how to do it, right? Because both of these products, and we're about to get into my glass cleaner, but both of these products shines. Both of them shine, one of them cleans. This one cleans and shines, this one shines, right? So if you put Dawn on your glass, let's just say you got a lot of toothpaste splatter, hair product, and all that sort of thing on your mirror, because a lot of times people will have dirty mirrors from just living in your home, right? I never say put glass cleaner on that to clean it, because for me, I'm always going to clean my mirror first. And that's whether I'm using an all-purpose to do it or whether I'm going in with the Dawn to do it or anything like that. You can use any of these products that I'm showing you for your mirror, right? But I always recommend cleaning that first and then going in with your glass cleaner. So even if you put a little Dawn on your rag, or you're cleaning your sink and your countertops or whatever with the Dawn, and you rinse it out, you know how you still have a little bit on your rag or whatever, go ahead and take that and clean your mirror, right? And then after that, you're going to come behind it with the glass cleaner. And you're going to have that streak-free shine on your glass, honey, because you got a double portion of shine, right? So these are the 2 products also that I like to use together that works together to give you that extra special feeling of clean, okay? Next up on my list, so she wanted me to, we'll get into my natural products in 1 second. So this is another product that I use, and this is the 7th generation disinfecting spray. I like to use this. This is the, which one is this? I'm looking for, okay, here it is down at the bottom. This is the eucalyptus, spearmint, and thyme scent. That's what this one is, and they also have a lavender one, and I think they had one other one. This one I love all of them, right? I've used, I think they either have 2 or 3, and I've used both or 3, right? And this product I like to use just for what it says, to disinfect. I will spray my couches down with it. If I'm changing my bed sheets, I like to spray my my mattress down with it before I put new sheets on the bed. If I'm not washing my pillows, because I don't wash my pillows often, but I do wash them. But in between washes, when I take my pillowcases off, I will spray my pillows down with this. I will spray the fabric on my bed with this. Just all sorts of things, right? It's a disinfecting spray. So if you're looking for a disinfecting spray, kick away that Lysol, honey, and pick up you some 7th generation. It's about the same price. I think this might be $6. The Lysol ain't much less than that. So you may as well go natural and get something that's more healthier for your lungs. And this is what I recommend. This is what I like. I still will use Febreze sometimes. It just depends on what I'm using it for. But I like Febreze, but I try to get the original Febreze because I don't like the game scented and all that other stuff that they have. I don't like that. So I try to stay away from that if I'm going to use the Febreze, because once again, like I just said, if I'm going to use a non-natural product that's more toxic, right, or has the potential to be more toxic, I'm always going to go for something that has a more subtle type of scent, right? I'm not going to go get Febreze and then they've also added some game scent to that and all that. That's too many chemicals. It doesn't even smell good to me anyway. I don't even like scented trash bags. I actually have some scented trash bags right now because I buy Hefty, and I bought that by mistake. I bought lavender scented trash bags by mistake because I think they were on sale, and I ended up picking up that, and those probably that's probably why they were on sale, because they were scented. Usually that's the type of stuff they put on sale, and I picked them up, and I realized it when I used it, and I was like, oh, this smell like but I just kept it. I ain't worried about it. You know, I'm not that. I'm not gonna take it back or anything like that. I just know to be careful next time. But I try not to buy things with extra scents because it's not needed. It's not necessary, right? So because you can put baking soda in the bottom of your trash bag. When you replace your trash bag, you can put baking soda in the bottom of your trash bag, or you can put it in the bottom of your trash can if you're just trying to give your trash can that fresh scent, you know what I'm saying, to keep food odors down in between changing your trash. You can do that. You don't have to buy scented trash bags. So those type of things I don't like to buy, and I picked that up by mistake. But if I'm going to use Febreze, I just try to go with the natural one because the Febreze does work for killing odors, right? It absolutely does work. It's thebomb.com for taking odors out of fabric. And so I will purchase it, but I try to get the one that doesn't have like the gain and all that sort of stuff. But I rarely buy Febreze. But if you just need something to disinfect, this is what you need to replace with the Lysol. Okay. Also, we're talking about replacements. So you also want to be replacing, again, those non-toxic all-purpose sprays that you have for things more natural, like Mrs. Myers. Get rid of the toxic chemical stuff and go more towards natural, and you still get that scent of clean that you like. So these are the 7th generation disinfectant wipes. I always like to use something disposable on my toilets when I'm cleaning my toilets. Even when I'm in my clients' homes or used to clean my clients' homes, it always had to be something disposable because I put my cleaning towels in my washing machine to wash, right? And we're going to get to how I clean out my washing machine tub as well, speaking of which. But I always wash my cleaning rags, and when I was cleaning in the field, I would bring my customers home, cleaning rags home, and the rags that I was using to clean their homes, I would also bring those home and wash them in my washing machine as well. But I purposely never use my reusable cleaning rags on toilets because I need to be able to put their cleaning rags inside of my at-home washing machine, and I don't want nobody stuff from their toilets all in my washing machine. I don't even want stuff from my own toilets in my own home in my washing machine. Although if I were to use something non-disposable on my own toilets at home, they're my toilets, right? But I'm certainly not going to bring that from the field and put that in my washing machine. So I always try to go for something non-disposable. Now, non-disposable items can get to be a little bit costly, so it's completely up to you how you want to do it. But I use these 7th generation toilet wipes for my toilets, and then I will go behind that with paper towels and I will spray my toilet with glass cleaner because I use a glass cleaner on all surfaces of my home to give everything a streak-free shine and give my home that feeling of clean once I'm done. So I will use paper towels to finish off my toilet, right? But then sometimes once I've cleaned the toilet thoroughly with the 7th generation wipes, which are disposable, I can still then go behind myself with something that's not disposable and spray down the toilet, and then, you know, give it a shine, because the toilet at that point is already clean and it's fine to go in my washing machine. So that is why I choose to use the wipes, because it's just cleaner. So those are the type of wipes that I use. And keep in mind, we're talking about natural alternatives, right? Because I was asked to do a video on what I use, what my favorite products are. So you want to replace those Clorox disposable toilet wipes or disposable wipes with the 7th generation or something of the like. Also, for my detergent in the kitchen, I like the Ecos. One of our other friends asked me in the comments what I think about the Ecos products, and she is obviously new here because I have talked about this several times on my channel. I talk about the pear that I use. I love the smell of this. This is a plant-based product as well, and I also like the lavender, but the pear is my favorite because it's a little fruity, but still very subtle, right? So I use this when I am cleaning my dishes in the sink, cleaning out my sink and that sort of thing. This is my dish detergent. I never, ever, ever use Dawn to clean my dishes. I never use Dawn to clean my dishes because it is not a non-toxic product. And if I'm going to clean my dishes, I definitely want that to be a non-toxic product. Also, if you're using dish detergents like Dawn and Gain and Palmolive and that sort of thing, if you're noticing a mildew smell after a few days, if you are noticing like that mildew smell that gets in the rag and you start smelling something in your kitchen that just has, that mildew wet type of smell, and you're like, what is that? It's because whatever is in this and Gain and Palmolive and those type of dish detergents is mixing with that fabric of your dish rag, and it's causing that smell. But if you're using this type of detergent or something natural, Mrs. Meyer's or 7th generation, if you're using those dish detergents, you will notice that you will not ever get that mildew smell in your rags. For a long time, I traded out my dish rags for sponges because I just thought that it was dish rags. But that was when I was using stuff like Dawn and Palmolive and those type of dish detergents, until I discovered that it was this that was making my rags smell. So I was able to then stop buying, which became costly, buying sponges versus using dish rags to clean my dishes. Once I found out what the culprit was, that was when I was then able to move into more natural dish detergent and eliminate that problem. So that's just a little FYI for you in case you're wondering why your dish rags smell. Give it a try, use something different, and see if you notice a difference. So for the pink stuff, now in my cleaning marathon, I talked about the pink stuff all-purpose. I do not like the pink stuff all-purpose. As a matter of fact, if you saw my laundry declutter video, then you know that I have like 6 bottles of it that I'm about to get rid of. It was just sitting there in my laundry room when I decided to stop using it. And I had bought a lot of it because I thought that I would like it, and I actually don't. But the pink stuff paste, baby, this right here, if you need to get stains off of your cooktop that's been stuck on and you can't figure out how to remove it, if you got stains in your bathtub or your shower or whatever and you can't figure out how to remove it, this right here will do the trick, okay? You just take it and you can either use your fingers, make sure you have on some gloves, and you can just rub it on the spot. Just rub it all around. And you can take you one of those scour pads, the green scour pads, which I love to buy. I like to get the ones from Dollar General or Dollar Tree because they're big, and then I just take them and cut them in half. It's 4 that comes in the pack, but once I cut them in half, it gives me 8, and so I'm able to just, I can keep them for a long time. So if you get the bigger ones, that's a place where you can also save money when it comes to buying stuff like that you eventually have to dispose of by just cutting it in half. I also have done that in several of my videos here on this channel as well. But this right here, you will take and you will spread it, and you will take that little pad or a little brush or whatever, and you're going to scrub it out. You're going to add a little water to it just to give it sort of like a soapy type of paste, and go to work, honey. It works. I have videos here where I am taking care of burnt on food on my cooktop. And I think I also have one here where I'm taking care of some stains in my showers, and this will just get rid of it. So I do like this. It doesn't have a smell, as far as I know. Let me see. Let me see if it got a smell before I tell y'all it don't. Yeah, it got a smell, but it does have a smell. But nothing that's, you know, you can deal with it. So it smells like the pink stuff all purpose, which I'm not a fan of, but I can tolerate this to get up those stains because it removes everything. So that's also another product that I keep on hand. I don't have to use it that often, but I do keep that product on hand. For my floors, I have the LVL floors, and this is empty. I need to refill it, but I do have the LVL floors in my home, and so I use the Bona because I'm not supposed to use Murphy's oil or vinegar or anything like that on my LVL floors per the manufacturer, right? So this is what I use. They also have this with the essential oils as well. I said once I run out of the big refill bottle of this, which is underneath my cabinet, I was going to go back to the one that has the essential oils that Publix also sells. They don't sell that particular one in the big box store, because in those big box stores you usually only get one type of whatever, right? You're not gonna get an extra. And so I bought this out of BJ's, and this is what it came with. The big one, the big bottle, 64-ounce bottle, came with this, and so I'm still using it. I've had it for a while, but once it goes away, I'm gonna switch back to the one that has essential oils, and I can get that out of Publix. But for now, this is what I use on my floors. I love the Bona. It just makes my floors feel so good and clean, and it has no smell at all. So if you're not looking for any scents and that sort of thing, you can use this. Also, Murphy's oil soap. If I could use the Murphy's oil on my floors, I would. Murphy's oil has been around, I think, since the 70s, if I'm not mistaken, maybe even before then. It's very old school. But I love the Murphy's oil soap. I'll insert a picture of that somewhere here because I'm sure I have some, but it's probably out in my garage. But the Murphy's oil soap is wonderful. Like, it smells amazing. You just have to make sure that you dilute it correctly, because if you don't have more water than you have soap, it's going to be soapy and it's going to be sticky. So you want to make sure that you are most certainly using more water than soap. And I would say that if you're using, just say you are using a string mop, I use mop pads, right? I use a flat mop, so I don't use a string mop. But most people use a string mop and a bucket of water. So if that's the situation, then you want to, I think the buckets are probably about a gallon, I would say. So if you're going to use that gallon of water, just get it real, real hot. Put you about 3 or 4 capfuls of the Murphy's oil soap inside of that water. Mix it all around. It doesn't have to look soapy. It just has to have just a little bit of soap. But just because it's not super soapy does not mean that it is not mixed well, okay? Don't go overboard with the Murphy's oil soap thinking that you need to see suds, because once you start to see suds, now you're in trouble. You just want to get that solution in that water good enough to be able to go over your floors. And I love it. I love the Murphy's oil soap, honey. Love, 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 okay? It is also one of my favorite products as well, and I'm trying to figure out a way to be able to get back into using it because I absolutely love it, and you will not be disappointed with the smell. The smell is that of something I've never smelled before when it comes to a floor cleaner. And you can replace that with your Fabuloso, you can replace that with your Mr. Clean and Pine Sol and that sort of thing that you're using on your floors, because Murphy's oil soap is also multi-purpose. You can use it on your wood floors. You can use it on your wood floors, your tile, and that sort of thing. You can definitely replace the floor cleaners that you're using now for what I just named. You can also replace it with vinegar and water. A lot of times people don't like the smell of vinegar, but as I mentioned before, vinegar dissipates really, really fast. It really does. You can also use essential oils in your vinegar and water mixture. This is a orange one that I use. These are the essential oils that I use by now. You can use orange, you can use clove, you can use tea tree. Tea tree is disinfecting. Clove is an antiseptic. The citrus orange or the lemon or lavender, all of those are healing and disinfecting as well. Essential oils are just disinfecting because once the oil is extracted from the plant or the peel, that is your that it has disinfecting properties, right? So just always keep that in mind. You can give yourself about 10 dabs in your vinegar and water mixture. This is my vinegar and water mixture here in my glass bottle. This is a 16-ounce bottle. And so so what you will do is you will fill it halfway with vinegar and the rest with distilled water, and then put you about 10 to 15 drops inside of your mixture, and that would just kind of cut down on the smell. You're still going to smell the vinegar a little bit because it's vinegar, but it will cut down on it at least. And like I said, vinegar dissipates quickly. Vinegar is also a wonderful product for cleaning glass, stove tops. Don't use vinegar on your stone countertops, like, you know, quartz, granite, that sort of thing, because after a while it will dull the shine. So I just keep from using vinegar on my granite countertops because I do not want to dull the shine. It may not dull it right away, but over time, as you continue to do that, it will dull the shine. And speaking of which, I always like to inform you that the glass cleaner, because I mentioned here that I use the glass cleaner on all of my surfaces after I'm done cleaning. You can absolutely go behind this and do your streak-free shine on all of your surfaces because it is ammonia-free, right? And that means that it's not going to break down the stone countertops over time. It's not going to break it down. But if you're using Windex or something like that that does have ammonia, then you are going to run the risk of breaking down your countertops and dulling the shine over time. So that's why I like the spray way, because it is streak free, it is ammonia free, and it is foaming. And I love that foaming action, girl. Love it. So yeah, so we talked about my vinegar mixture. I told you how much I use. Please go back and rewind it if you did not hear me, because I don't want to keep repeating myself, because then it makes me forget about because it makes me forget my other points if I continue to repeat myself. So we talked about that mixture. Now this here is, I'm trying to remember what this mixture is. Now this is also a fabric freshener that I use. This is alcohol. This is distilled water. It is the orange essential oils that I showed you. 10 to 15 drops always works. And it is baking soda. That's what this mixture is. Baking soda, alcohol, distilled water, and the essential oils. This is a wonderful all-natural homemade fabric freshener. I said that you can use this as well, but you can also use, if you want to make your own, this one here works really, really well. You want to use the alcohol because the alcohol will help the wetness, the moisture to dissipate as you spray it on your fabric. It dries it quickly, right? And so this is a 1/4 cup of alcohol. I mentioned 10 to 15 drops of the essential oils. This is a 1/4 cup of, it's a 1/4 cup, so the bottle is water. Then you're gonna add a 1/4 of a cup. We're gonna add your ingredients before you fill it with water. You're gonna put a 1/4 cup of alcohol. You're gonna do 10 to 15 drops of your essential oil, whatever one you choose. And then you're going to do 3 teaspoons of baking soda. And then you're going to fill it with water. You're going to shake it up and you're going to go to work. So that is a all-natural homemade fabric freshener that I like to use as well. Now, when I talked about cleaning my washing machine tub, this is what I use to throw in, and just my washing machine has a extra hot cycle on it, which is a absolute plus for me because that's how I wash my towels and washcloths, and that is also how I clean my cleaning rags. Now, before I put any of my personal laundry into my washing machine, after I have cleaned my cleaning rags, I'm always going to use the Fresh tab and get my tub nice and clean and sterilized before I use it again, right? And so all you do is just open one of these and you just drop it in the tub of your washing machine, and then you put it on whatever cycle you're going to put it on. I like to use the extra hot on mine as far as the water, and I put it on the sanitation cycle as well. And then my washing machine just goes like a regular load, and then it's nice and clean and disinfected after this. This is the only kind that I use. I have used a Tide powder before because they also have one, but I'm more natural once again, so I like to use these, and I like how I can just open it and throw it in there, and then it keep it going. You only have to use them every 6 months. If you're just doing regular washing or regular cleaning your tub. I would use mine a little bit more often. When I was washing my rags from the field in my machine, I would use it a little bit more often because you're only going to get 6 in the box for like $10. So it's a little bit expensive. So try to use them only every 6 months like they say. But once again, I was using them a little bit more often because I was washing up rags from other people's homes. And so I had to keep my machine clean at all times. But now that I'm not in the field no more and I'm not having to do that task, I can go every 6 months now. If you're looking to clean your washer tub, the Afresh is what I recommend, girl. So this right here is Castile soap. This is an all-purpose. So this right here is Castile soap and water. This is a 1/4 cup of soap. You don't have to use that much if you don't want to. If you're using a 1/4, it can get a little bit soapy. So I will say go a little bit less than a 1/4. I don't do a 1/4 anymore, but you can use a 1/4. And if you find that to be a little soapy, then just continue to use it. And then once it gets like, you know, low, then just go ahead and add some more water, which will be your distilled water once again. And then that would dilute it a little bit more. That's what I did. I didn't add any more soap to this once it started to get low. I just put more water in it and it diluted it much better, right? So I would say use a little bit less than a 1/4 if you don't want to have to deal with the soapiness, but this can also be used as a homemade all-purpose, just water and soap. And you can use the lavender, or you can use the peppermint, right? If you are looking for, once again, a homemade, all-natural, all-purpose. And you can even use the Dawn if you want to. If you just don't want to buy all-purpose no more, you can absolutely use the Dawn. I want to get some more. I want to come up with some more homemade all-purpose recipes that's just more than just soap and water. This is just the easiest one, and you can still clean just as good with it. And then go behind it with the vinegar to shine or whatever, or go behind it with the glass cleaner, the spray way to shine, or whatever your glass cleaner is. But for me, I kind of want to come up with another recipe for a all-purpose that's not just water and soap. So when I get to that, I will also let you know. Now, this is alcohol and water. This is just half alcohol and half water. Of course, you're going to use this to sanitize. You can also use this on your stone countertops if you don't want to use the glass cleaner. Obviously, we've already talked about not using vinegar, but the alcohol and water is absolutely safe, and it will absolutely shine as well. Alcohol and water is a great glass cleaner. Also, I don't use it for glass cleaner like that. I just use it for disinfectant. I'll spray down my toilets with it. I will spray down my clients' toilets with it after I was done cleaning their homes, in place of the glass cleaner. If you want to, and you just want to give it that extra sanitation, you can use the alcohol and water, and that's a great all natural cleaner as well. And then this is just vinegar, right? This is just the vinegar that I keep in here. This is one that I got from Publix. Just the white vinegar is all you need. And then I also got one that I got from Amazon, which is a really big one that you may have spotted out when I was doing my laundry decluttering video as well. So that's that on that. And then when you buy your alcohol, you want to use the 70%, right? Because the 70% is going to give you more disinfectant properties than the 90%. So don't get the 90 to clean, get the 70. So that is what we're doing on that. Now, as far as my dishes go, as far as my dishwasher goes, I like to use the 7th generation Power Booster Blast, whatever you call this. This is what I like to use in my dishwasher. I don't buy the finished tabs or anything like that. This is what I get. Now, one of our lovely friends also has informed me that Whole Foods does have the 7th generation finishing. Right now, I'm using the Cascade finisher because in these newfangled dishwashers, you have to have that jet dry or whatever in order for your dishes to get dry. It's just another way for these people to get money, girl. So you have to have it in order for your dishes to get shiny and dry. So I do have to buy that now on a regular basis with this new dishwasher. So I did not know that 7th Generation had one. I don't go to Whole Foods that often. I don't even live near a Whole Foods. So I'm going to try to find it on Amazon. But kudos to her for letting me know that 7th Generation actually does have one, because I'm definitely going to start using it. But for now, I do use the Cascade. And I think I just recently, before she told me that, I think I recently bought the Jet Dry. But this is what I like to use in my dishwasher, and it works wonders. And I've been using it for about 3 years now, and I haven't gone to anything else. And so last but not least, this is what I like to use in my laundry, which is the 7th Generation. Love, love, love the 7th Generation. And you know, what I love about the 7th Generation is that it is absolutely 100% plant-based. Now, what I will say about the Mrs. Meyers is that the Mrs. Meyers is not 100% plant-based, but it is a better alternative to all of the other toxic chemical written stuff that's on the shelf, right? I love the 7th Generation products because you can just absolutely feel the clean with 7th Generation. You can actually feel that this is 100% plant-based. Like, it's just the way my clothes feel, the way they wash and all of that sort of thing. You just know that you have a great quality product and that it is doing exactly what the company promises. So I really, really love the 7th Generation products. Anything that they have, I absolutely love it. And I also use the Ecos as well. The Ecos dish detergent I showed you, I use that. But I also use the Ecos laundry detergent as well, because it's just a couple dollars cheaper. It's either a couple dollars cheaper or you get more loads for a little bit more money. So this one, so this is what, how many loads is this? This is 60 loads for $13.99 is what I paid for this. But with the Ecos, you will get 100 loads for $16.99. And I just go ahead and get the 7th Generation because if you notice, the top on the 7th Generation is small. And this is what they want you to use to measure out the detergent once you are getting ready to wash your clothes, right? So this is all you have to use. Now, me, girl, I use a tad bit more than the top, okay? Especially if I'm washing my towels, because my towels is just, I got to have those crisp and dry and clean and just, I can't be questioning that at all, right? So when it comes to my towels, I will use just a little bit more, okay? But this is all that they recommend that you use. Versus the Ecos, the top is bigger, right? So you also, so what that tells me is that I have to use a little bit more, which is fine. I'm just telling you the difference in what I noticed, right? So I go ahead and get this, even though it's not as many loads as the Ecos. I go between the two, but lately I have been on the 7th Generation, but the 7th Generation is just the bomb.com. I even love their all-purpose. Yep, 7th Generation also has a all-purpose. If you are interested in using that, please go ahead and try that out because I do like that as well. It's a little bit costly and sometimes it's hard to continue to try to find the one that I really like the most in the grocery store because as y'all know, we can't always find what we're used to buying anymore in these stores. It's either sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. And I just got tired of trying to find that one that's for everything. Because now when I go in there, I can only find the bathroom cleaner one. And I like just the all-purpose one, which I'm pretty sure I can use the bathroom cleaner one as a multi-surface cleaner as well. But I don't want to. I just want the all-purpose. And I have a hard time finding it. But the all-purpose... But the 7th Generation all-purpose is the bomb.com. I really do stand by their products, and I will tell you that if anything is 100% natural on the shelf, it's them, right? And so I don't like Method or any of that other stuff. It's either 7th Generation for me, Ecos, or Mrs. Meyers. That's all I use unless I'm making my own, which I've showed you here in today's video. So that is everything that I use. This is how I take care of my home. Oh, I almost forgot. I almost forgot. I got to show y'all. And last but not least, these are my cleaning towels. I have been asked about what kind of cleaning towels throughout the life of this channel, and it really doesn't matter if you really want to know the truth. The only reason why I have certain kinds of cleaning towels is because I've been in the cleaning industry and I have had to order towels. But if you got something around your house that you can use, right, like old t-shirts you might want to cut up, or old washcloths that you're not using anymore, that is completely up to you. Mine are all microfiber because this is just, once again, I've had to order them over the years in packs and bundles, bulk, right? And this is what they sell in bulk and bundle and packs, right? Because I was running a business. But if you want to know, I have big microfiber towels like this. I never use anything of this size to actually do wet cleaning. I've seen people here on YouTube using this to do wet cleaning. Why would you take something this big? Why would you take something this big and use this to do anything wet? You don't want to use nothing that big to do any wet cleaning. This is for dusting, okay? That's what that's for. If you're going to do any wet type of cleaning, you want to use this size. This is the size towel that you want to use for wet cleaning. This is going to be more effective. Look how small that is. Because what you're going to do is you're going to fold it. Once you wet it, spray your spray, whatever your soap, whatever you're doing, this is going to be wet. This is easier to hold in your hand, and it's easier to go over surfaces with something this size because it's going to be folded like this because you're going to go over your surfaces because you're going to be turning this, right? Once you use this one side, you might have to go over the surface again. So you're going to use that side. You might have to go over the surface again. So you're going to flip it like that, and you're going to use the cleaner side. And then if you got to use it again, you're going to use that side, right? Just however you do it, but using this size to do your wet cleaning is what you want to use. Now, this is a thicker microfiber towel. It's smaller, right? It's smaller, but it's also thicker. I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show you the difference with this one and another one in a second. So it's thicker, right? So this is what I'm going to use to do more of my wet cleaning. This is what I'm going to use to wipe and clean my surfaces, the thicker, smaller one, right? And then when it comes to me cleaning my mirror, I'm going to use the small one. You can see how small this is. It's still small. You can still fold it into fours, but it's a lot thinner. It's thinner. And I don't know if you can tell on camera, but this is thin. This is thick. That's thick. So that's going to be for my wet. And then this thinner one is going to be for me to go and clean my glass, my mirror, your glass table, or whatever. Because when it's thin, it's going to grab the dust better, right? It just cleans, it just gives your glass more of a shine when it's thinner versus this thick for whatever reason. I don't know. This is just something that I have discovered in all of my years of cleaning. So whenever I'm cleaning my mirrors with the glass cleaner or whatever, I'm never using anything thick. I'm using this. Now, if you're going to use paper towels to clean your glass, because a lot of people do, I know I do, and you have that residue left from the paper towel, sometimes you have that white residue left on the glass after you use a paper towel, what you're going to do is then take your thin microfiber towel or your t-shirt that you couldn't have, anything that's of a thin material, and you're just going to slightly just go over and wipe off that residue from that glass with your thin cloth, right? You ain't got to press too hard. You just dusting and making it look nice, because what you don't want to do is get any more streaks back on the mirror by pressing too hard, right? So all of that just takes skill, right? It's just a technique of mine because I've been in the cleaning industry for so long. Those are the things that I have taught myself and the things that I have learned just being in the cleaning industry for so many years. I am definitely a self-taught professional cleaning lady. I did start out working for a company or two before I just ventured out on my own and got my own clients. I will also work for different companies as an independent contractor that, you know, weren't big cleaning businesses like a Molly Mays or a Maid Brigade or a Mary Mays, anything like that. But people that were starting their own business like myself, I would also go and work in their businesses as an independent contractor where I could set my own hours and still be able to clean my own clients until I just was able to just venture out totally on my own. And so during all that time, I taught myself how to do different things, what made a home feel clean, what made a home smell clean, what products works together to give your home that feeling of wow when you walk through the door or when the customer walks through the door, or that feeling of wow when you're done cleaning your own home. That is what I teach over here on my channel. That was my specialty when I was out in the field. I always say that my clients did not know why their homes were so clean. They just knew that when they walked in, it was something different about it when I left. And that is what kept me going back. That is what kept my clientele very, very high. So that's everything as far as the cleaning products go and what I use and what's going to give you that feeling of clean in your home. I hope I was able to answer any questions that you may have. If I did not answer everything for you, go ahead and drop your questions down below and I will be more than happy to either answer you in the comments or do a separate video, making sure that everybody understands what's going on. And other than that, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give me a like if you like this video. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Once again, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the video, and I will see you in the next one. I love you. Peace.
Golden light pours through the blinds, wash away the worries like a winding tide. Yesterday left far behind, your sweet scent fills my lungs open wide. In this soft light, troubles fade away with you. No need for words to say your love, a gentle breeze.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I have a lot to get done in this video. I need to do tons of decluttering, y'all. When I tell y'all I need to do tons of decluttering, I got a lot of decluttering to do. Now, some decluttering I have already done. I started on yesterday. And what ended up happening was I just got up and started doing it. Like, because if I didn't get up and do it at that time, y'all, I just wasn't going to do it. So I just got up and I decided to just go ahead and get some of the rooms done that I need to get done or that I needed to get done. And so it's 2 rooms upstairs that I've already done, which is the room where my daughter was staying and then also my grandson's room. I needed to get that done. Did I say I needed to get that done? So I went ahead and I started decluttering up there. So I did not put it on camera, and after I was done, I did regret not recording it for y'all. But what I am going to do is walk you through what I did so you'll get some ideas in case, you know, you got the same situation and you need to get it done. It just turned out really, really nice. And so that is why I regret not recording it with y'all. But again, I'm going to walk you through it and I'm going to show you everything that I have done. Now, what I have to do today, I'm definitely going to do it with you. I need to get the kitchen decluttered and I need to get my living room decluttered. I don't want to talk about what's happening right now because I want to talk about that with you in a future video. But right now, I'm having to get all of this done because the house needs to look a certain way. It pretty much needs to look almost like it did when we moved in. So I have a big job ahead of me. I'm thinking about making this a series. I have to get the patio done. It's a lot going on back there. We need to pressure wash back there. We need to pressure wash the front. I got to get the front porch done. We have some things that we have to do in the yard, even though it's cold outside. So we just got things that we got to get done around here. And the biggest part for me is the cleaning and the decluttering. So what I want to do is, as always, I'm going to walk you through the products that I'm going to be using to just kind of clean up with, just in case this is your first time here. You've never seen my channel before. You don't know what kind of products I use. I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of cleaning in the video, but I'm going to be doing some. So when I'm using products to get cleaning done, then those are the products that I will be showing you. I know I need to get the upstairs bathroom spruced up and taken care of. And then I also want to show you my laundry detergent that I just used, because once again, I want to show you everything that I am using when I am doing my cleaning or my laundry. If this is your first time here, my name is Stephanie. I am a professional cleaning lady, and over here I teach you how to get things done around your home the professional way, using my techniques, using the proper products that works together to give your home that feeling of clean. Because if you don't have that feeling of clean in your home, then it's not actually clean, girl. And most people don't think about the feeling of clean, right? What their house should feel like when they're done. And those are the techniques and the products that I teach you over here. And I definitely use natural products 99% of the time. I'm using natural products. The only products that I may use that aren't so natural is my Sprayway glass cleaner, because that is my absolute favorite, because it's foaming and it's streak free. And then also my original Blue Dawn. I like to use that for my suds. But then at the same time, I also like to use, for my suds, I like to use, what do you call that? The Castile soap. I like the peppermint and the lavender. So at times I will use that, especially in the bathroom. So let me show you my laundry detergent so we can get started on me showing you what I've done upstairs, and then me getting started downstairs with getting all of this clutter consolidated. Okay. So this is the laundry detergent that I use. I like to use the 7th generation. It's bio-based deep clean. And this is the lavender scent. It does have a scent, because of course it's lavender scented, but it is very, very subtle, but you can still smell it really, really good in your clothes. And so that's what I love about it. You still get the fragrance without the chemicals. So this is what I use in my laundry. And then for my dryer, I just use the dryer balls to dry my clothes and my towels, because it's just cheaper that way. And then whenever I'm not using the 7th generation, I am using the Ecos detergent. I like that as well. But I've been on the 7th generation lately, so this is what I'm using right now. And I've been using this now for a couple months. And then I just switch between the two. But honestly, the 7th generation is my favorite, but the Ecos is equally good. It's just a couple dollars cheaper. So that's what I'm using to wash the clothes today. So this is everything that I have decluttered from my grandson's room and the room where my daughter was staying. This is 2 bags full of giveaway clothes that I'm going to take to the Goodwill to give away. That robe that's on top, that is actually going in this bag. But all of these jackets and coats are very, very nice. And so they're brand new as well. And so I don't want to give them to the Goodwill. You have Nike sweatsuits and all of that stuff here. And I don't want to get this stuff to the Goodwill. And so I'm going to try to find a child's consignment shop to either sell it to or donate. I'm not sure how they do it, so I have to call and find out. But yeah, so all of that has to go. So this is where I just cleaned out my grandson's closet. And then this also was in his closet. I'm going to donate this to the Goodwill, like this little basket and then that little sign. That was in the closet. And then this was just full of stuff. And so I've got rid of that. I've trashed that. This is his little beanbag chair. It's just upside down. I think I'm going to keep that though and give it to my youngest grandson. I don't think I'm going to donate that. And then this here came out of the room where my daughter was staying. It was just a lot going on in that room, and I'm gonna walk you through that in a second. But it was just blankets all over the floor. I had kind of just, after she moved out, I just used it for a catch-all, and so it was just a mess in there. And so I just brought all of that stuff out of there and folded it. And so I think I'm just actually gonna trash this one, because I was gonna donate it, but the cotton on the inside of it is just so balled up until it really just needs to go in the trash. So I'm probably just going to trash that and then just donate that. Underneath there is a poof, and then these pillows, I'm going to donate that. So let me go in here to my grandson's room. So I don't know if y'all remember my grandson's room all that much. You know, I don't even have a sheet on this bed. I may still put a sheet on this bed just because it's over here by the door. But we'll see. But yeah, this is my grandson's room. Now, if you've been on my channel any amount of time, you know that the bed that's in the room where my daughter was staying used to be in here. It's a queen size bed that used to be in here. And it was on that wall when I first decorated this room. And then when she moved in, because the bed was originally hers anyway, she took the bed out and she brought these twin beds from that room in here. And they were just stacked against the wall for a while, and then I took them down, put them side by side, put some new bedding on that one over there, and they were just they were side by side this way, right? And then it just didn't look right like that, so I turned them this way, and so it just makes the room look so much better, and it opened it up. Now, in case you can't tell, this is the same bed, and both of them have game controllers, which is the theme of this room. It's just different styles, and that is done intentionally. So what I did was I just moved them, I turned them this way to give this room more space. And then also it just looks better with that picture in the mirror in the middle and that sort of thing. And then, you know, he has the little game room curtains and that sort of thing. And then I just decluttered this night table. Let me turn this way because I hate for this part of a lamp to show. So I decluttered this little night table and just made it very, very plain. And so over here, it was a lot going on. Once again, I don't know if y'all remember, my grandson's things, all of his clothes and everything was in that little thing, all those little, what do you call that? Those little bins, I just call them bins. That was sort of his dresser when he was here. And all of that, of course, has been emptied out. All of the stuff, all of the, you know, his clothes went with him when he went back with his mom. And then everything that was left was just stuff that was too small and socks and stuff like that. So that's in the giveaway bags. And then it just had a ton of stuff on top of it. It had all kinds of shoe boxes that were empty. There were all kinds of toys. I mean, that little thing right there was just full on the top, and then the little extra holes was full. So I decluttered all that, threw away. I threw away what needed to be thrown away, and I kept what I wanted to keep. And then so I just filled those two holes once again to make it minimal but not leave it empty with his Dr. Seuss collection books that I got for him and the little Buzz Lightyear. Okay, so that's how that looks, and it looks really good in here. And then in this closet, it was a lot, y'all. It was a lot. Let me open up the curtains just to get us a little bit more light in here, y'all. And so this looks good. That shelf was full. This is a lot of things that I pulled off of that, the little thing over there, the bookshelf thingy where his clothes were, that I put a lot of books and all that stuff in that little tote. And then those are some throw blankets that is his and my other grandson. That's his little luggage. And then that I'm keeping, that had all his little magnetic sight words on it, that board up there. So I cleaned off that shelf really good from all that stuff that was up that I did not need. And I just put that up there real neat. And then this here was, I still got to empty all of this and also put this in a bag for giveaway as well, because we absolutely don't need that anymore. All that stuff has been too small. I just was kind of lazy and did not get that done. So well, I say over time I was lazy. Like even when my grandson was staying here, I knew I needed to get rid of that stuff in there, but I just haven't. But everything that you see in those bags were piled on top of these two little dresser drawers. Like I was just throwing stuff in this closet. So this closet was an absolute mess, right? And I just gotta get another bag and then put all that stuff in there. And then I'm giving away these totes and also everything in there to Goodwill as well. And then I'm and all the toys that I'm gonna keep that belongs to my grandson. I broke it down. I broke all of them down, which is what's in this basket. So this is a comforter that was on his bed as well. I just folded it up and put it in this closet on top of this basket. But this basket here was overflowing with toys, and then I just went through it and threw everything away that needed to be thrown away, little broken pieces and stuff like that. I got rid of it, and then that just made this basket a lot less cluttered. And I'm keeping all of the good toys, and then I'm keeping this little truck right here, and then this is just some little extra little toys too, and his little Nintendo game system that I'm keeping. So yeah, so I got that closet cleaned out, and then let me show you the trash. So this is all trash over here, everything. That's the vacuum cleaner that got tore up, which is why I had to get a new one. All of this is going to the trash. A lot of this came out of my daughter's room. All of this big bag of trash right here is a lot of stuff that came out of my grandson's room. And then this basket right here is going to the trash because this was also another toy basket. And that's all the broken toys and stuff like that that I sorted through. And I threw them in this basket along with what was already in there that was broken. So all of that's going. So there were two baskets of toys. It was this one and that one in there that you see. And everything now has been broken down to that one basket. And everything that's not needed is in this basket and going to the trash. So all of this is trash. This I'm getting ready to take down to my car because I'm getting ready to leave so I can, drop this off where it needs to be dropped off. And then later when I get back, that's when we'll do downstairs. And then in here, this was a mess, y'all. It was a mess. The mattress was not on the bed. It was over there leaned up against the wall. This bench was not in here. And it was just like all that trash in there that you see, all of that was just filling this floor. All of those blankets over here, blankets and stuff like that was just on the floor. Those pillows, that blanket was on the floor. It was just a mess in here. This right here was also here when my daughter was here, and she had this stuff on it, but it didn't look like this. It was like when she moved out, it was just stuff thrown on top of that. So I cleaned that off. I'm actually gonna get rid of this thing, but I'm keeping it up here for now. So I just put the two little plant things up there and the little love plaque. I just kept that on there just to give this room a look because it needs to be neat in here right now. And then over here, I just put that because it was stuff even all over here that was just in disarray and that sort of thing. The rod for the curtains was a mess. I had to straighten that out as well. And so that faux plant was in here, and it was just sitting on the floor, and then the little basket that it's sitting in was just in here. So I just dropped it in there. I'm gonna put something in it to make it rise up a little higher so that it's not just sitting all the way down in that basket like that, because it's a fern. It's a faux fern, so it should be, it should be more bushy. So I'm gonna put something down in it just to make it look a little better, rise it up a little bit higher. This chair was up here as well, this bar stool. If y'all remember those used to be at the counter downstairs before I bought those vintage ones. And my daughter used to do her hair up here in her room because it was a big mirror over there. So I just left that over there, but I think I'm actually gonna take that out and I'm gonna bring my mirror that's downstairs, my tall floor mirror that's downstairs. I think I'm gonna bring that up here and put it in that corner. And then I just brought this bench out of the guest room and just put it at the bottom of this bed because I thought it gave it a cute little look. Now the only thing I have to do in these two rooms is vacuum and switch around a few things that I just talked to you about. But these rooms need to be very clear and clean and minimal. So that's what's going on with this. Yep. So everything looks really, really good. Like I said, the only thing I have to do at this point is just vacuum because I haven't, but it is yeah, and then I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put a sheet on this bed, like I said, just because it will look better. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll just put everything back on it. So, and then I need to get the bathroom up here clean. I need to take care of the vanity counter, the toilet, and the tub. Aside from that, I have already decluttered the counter in here. I left the mirror and I left the hand soap, but I do need, and so everything else that was on this counter, I've already taken it off. Yeah. So I did find a child's consignment shop, and they said that they do buy clothes. So I'm about to hop over there, and then I'm gonna drop this other stuff off to the Goodwill. I don't even have to get out to do that because they gonna just come and just get everything out of my car, which is the good thing about them. And then I got some errands to run, and I will come back, and then we're gonna do what we gotta do downstairs, girl. So I ended up going by to see my grandmother after all of my errands yesterday. So this actually turned into the next day, and I had a change of plans to just not get started downstairs, but just to go ahead and finish upstairs. Since I have all this trash up here to take out, I really needed to get this done because this was the most dreadful part, y'all. So I said, well, let me go ahead and get the most dreadful part done. So I've done that, and now I want to clean the bathroom and get everything else done up here that I need to get done. Now I have my 2 rags that I'm going to be using to clean the bathroom. I always forget to mention this. I do clean the toilets with the clinging Clorox bleach. I don't smell it though. And then this is the Mrs. Meyer's Honeysuckle All-Purpose that I put in my spray bottle. And then here I have the Dr. Bronner's Peppermint soap that I'm going to be using in the sink and in the tub. I love this soap. And then this is my 7th generation disinfectant wipes that I'm going to be using to clean the toilet. I always like to clean the toilet with something disposable, so yeah, I use those. I always like to give a natural alternative to anything unnatural that I'm using. So if you don't want to use the Clorox in your toilet because you just want 100% natural products, you can always use baking soda and a little bit of the Dr. Bronner soap just to give your toilet that soapiness, and then to give it the freshness with the baking soda, you could use vinegar. You can use Barkeeper's Friend. They have like a powder cleanser as well. Yeah, those are some alternatives that you can use inside of your toilet if you just don't want to use the Clorox cleanup or the Clorox gel. I like to wipe my mirror down with the all-purpose that I'm using to clean the countertops with a lot of times, because once you go in with your glass cleaner, it's going to give your mirror so much more of a shine. So yeah, I like to just take my cleaning rag and clean the mirror first. Even if it's not dirty and don't have spots on it, I still like to do that and then go in with my glass cleaner. It'll just make your bathroom feel that much more cleaner. I'm decluttering, so I don't have a lot on the countertops today. But whatever you have on your countertops, I always talk about making sure you take the time to wipe everything that's on your countertops. Wipe down your lotion bottles, your hair care product bottles, just anything. Even clean your cleaning product bottles. You even want to keep those clean. because you want to disinfect everything when you're doing your weekly or monthly or bi-weekly cleaning. However often you clean, make sure you're taking the time to wipe down everything that you're using and everything that's on your countertops. Face all of your labels forward, everything, and you will see just how much more cleaner your bathroom feels, your kitchen feels. It just helps to wipe everything down, ladies and gentlemen. Also, make sure the inside of your sinks are sparkling. I always like to dry out my sinks when I'm done. That way I'm not leaving any hair behind, any dust, or any water spots that could potentially dry in the sink as well. Now I'm getting ready to take care of the bathtub. I've taken a couple of showers up here, so it does need to be cleaned. I'm going to go in with my Dr. Bronner soap, and then I'm also going to use my all-purpose around the sides of the tub, because this is where rings and things like that collect and the dirt gets stuck. And so because the soap is sitting at the bottom of the tub, it's not getting around the sides. Definitely go ahead and take your all-purpose and spray around the sides of the tub, and what that's going to do is it's going to break up that dirt that's sitting in the tub right up against the sides, and that's what's going to help you clean that easier without a whole lot of elbow grease from just soap alone.
Like a chameleon at the party, trying to be everyone's type. Look what I started. Writing all of these love songs for somebody else. Posting all of these pictures so downhearted. I lost myself 1,000 times. Please, Lord, don't let it be 1,000 more. A broken angel in disguise, still searching for the version of you at my core. I swear when I find you, I'll never let you go. I swear when I find you, to look thick like a lace front. Got some more for healing. These scars from surgery, that's just my luck for being a woman. Oh, I tear myself into pieces just to keep the peace. The peace. Oh, yeah. Giving everyone comfort except for me. Oh, I lost myself 1,000 times. Please, Lord, don't let it be 1,000 more. Angel in disguise, still searching for the version of you at my core. I swear when I find you, I'll never let you go. I swear when I find you, I'll love you like
So I did have a couple more things to get done in here. As I mentioned in the earlier clips, I wanted to go ahead and get those clothes out of those drawers and get them ready to be donated. And then also I noticed that I needed to do some dusting. So I'm using my vinegar and water mixture to get the dusting done over here. And then I'm also going to dust the night table that's in here. And then I'm also going to go ahead and vacuum. And then I'll be completely done with this room. I won't have anything else to do in here. It is all spruced up. I did not put a sheet on this bed. I probably will eventually, but I'm not going to do it today because I just didn't feel like taking the bed apart. But the room is done. And then once I come in here to put a sheet on the bed, I am going to vacuum any spots that I stepped in because I want the carpet to just continue to look real nice with the vacuum lines and everything, because that's just my favorite part. But the important part is this room has been decluttered and it is very minimal in here. That closet is thebomb.com now, and y'all, I am so excited to finally have that done. And the reason why I'm so excited to have this done is because it's decluttering, and we all know when we need to declutter our homes. We just look at it and look at it and look at it, and because it's in a closet or behind something else where we can't visibly see it every single day, we just put it off and put it off and put it off. And so this has been on my mind, and I'm just glad to have it done. It was just on my mind for so long. So I did change out that chair that was over there in the corner. I put the lamp over there instead of that chair. I think it looks so much better. This room has sort of a little boho feel to it, so I definitely thought that that lamp would go better in here than that chair. I'd never really planned to leave that chair in here, but I had taken this lamp out of here after my daughter moved out and put it in the TV room. And so I just said, well, you know what, let me bring it out of the TV room and put it back over here in this corner. I think it works perfectly in this room. I think it works perfectly in this corner. Also, this bench works in this room as well. This room was also on my mind after she left. It was so much to do in here. So just really excited to have this out of the way as well. I love this minimalistic look. I love this minimalistic feel. I never thought that I would be the type of person that would like minimalistic, decor, to see my home just decorated minimally. I never thought that that would be me, but I'm really enjoying it, y'all. I got so much more to do. It's going to be a few parts to this video. I said I was going to turn it into a series, but I don't know if it's, a series or different parts. However that works, I guess that would be different parts. But yeah, I'm just really excited about getting this done. Everything just feels so much cleaner. It's going to be so much less to clean. And my decor style is just kind of going in a different direction now that I realize that I like for things to be more clean line. This is the disinfectant spray. This generation, 7th generation, is what I like to use to spray on my bed whenever I'm changing my sheets. I like to spray my mattress with it, and I'm also going to spray my couch up here. In a previous video, I did take all of my couch covers off and all of the pillow covers, and I took them downstairs and washed them. So nothing needs washing. Everything is, clean. I just like to disinfect something every once in a while because we do sit up here and that sort of thing. So I'm just using it to do the couch today. You don't have to rub it in. I do just to make it dry quicker, and just because I like rubbing on my furniture and giving it those clean vacuum lines, and that's what you see me doing. And so I did take care of vacuuming up here. I did actually record that, and I thought I did, and I must not have because I don't have the footage, and I didn't realize it until after I sat down to edit the video. Also, I had taken all of the pictures off of the wall that was around the TV, which is this here. All of this was around the TV. The bigger picture, the Marvel picture, was actually behind the couch, and I took that down. So now I only have 2 pictures up here. And in the TV room, I moved everything that was over there on the middle wall. These are the 2 pictures that's left. This mirror is up here on this wall for now, but it's not going to stay. I just have to find a place for it. But I do love just having the 2 pictures up behind the sofa, and everything else has been moved around, and then the TV area is just clear. Everything looks so good. So thank you. I will see y'all for the next part. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video before you leave, and I will see you next time.
Peace.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie and I am a cleaning expert. I owned my own cleaning business for 10 years and I was in the industry for a total of 14. And over here on my channel, I teach you how to obtain that feeling of clean in your home using my techniques through product knowledge and my cleaning advice. So if that sounds like something that interests you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also give me a thumbs up and jump down below and leave me a comment letting me know that you are new and with your questions so that I can say hi. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to freshen your shower. Not only clean your shower, but freshen it as well. Because a lot of times you can take a shower and you will get that little wet type of mildewy-like smell that will be left behind after the bathroom has been damp for a certain period of time, once again, after you take a shower. And so I want to talk about that. And what inspired this video was a question that I got from a subscriber by the name of Ingrid, and I'm going to read what she asked. So Miss Ingrid says, what can I use to clean my bathroom floor and the tiles on the wall? I think they both make a smell after showering. That is a hard word for me to say, y'all. Now I clean them mostly with bleach water. Thanks in advance. And so my answer to Miss Ingrid was simple. Bleach is probably making the smell worse because, as you all know, I teach natural cleaners over here. And that is what gives your home that feeling of clean. When you are using chemicals such as bleach and the like, all you're doing is making your home feel heavy and you're just giving it a smell of chemicals. It doesn't mean that you're actually cleaning or that your home is actually clean because chemicals are very dangerous. And as I've said before over here on my channel, chemicals do have their place for, let's just say, a initial deep clean of your home. And what that does is it will take care of all of the grit and the grime that has built up over the years and with you not cleaning those areas. And so then once you go to do an initial deep clean of your home, meaning pulling things out, touching everything around the home, getting behind everything, and all of that sort of thing, then chemicals are very necessary at that time. But if you're just cleaning your home on a regular basis, doing the regular maintenance, and in order to feel that feeling of clean around your home and that lightness and that subtle scent around your home versus it just smelling like chemicals, you want to go with more natural cleaners. Chemicals does not equate to clean. Chemicals does, however, break down grit and grime a lot better than natural cleaners initially. But if you are keeping up on your cleanings moving forward, then you don't have to worry about grit and grime buildup, thus making it easier for you to be able to transition into more natural cleaners and that option being healthier for you and your family as well. So my response to her was to not use the bleach because the bleach is probably making it worse, but to use vinegar because vinegar is going to take care of that smell. Why? Because vinegar is a odor neutralizer. It is a wonderful sanitizer. However, vinegar does not kill 99% of germs and it does not kill certain bacteria. So you don't want to necessarily use vinegar to try and kill bacteria because that's not what it's for. But it does sanitize to a certain degree and it will absolutely neutralize odor. And I love vinegar for the simple fact that it absolutely just gives you that feeling of clean. I love the way my space feels after I have used vinegar to get my dusting done, to clean my mirrors, or to just finish off my shower or my countertops, sinks, toilets, or whatever I'm using it for during my cleaning. A lot of people don't like the smell of vinegar, and this is why they don't want to use it. But like I always tell everybody, vinegar does have a strong smell, but it does dissipate You leave out of the space for a good 10 minutes, you come back, it's gone. But what remains is that feeling of clean, that freshness that just falls on the room after you have used the vinegar. So a few days after leaving this comment and my answer to Miss Ingrid, she gave me some feedback and she says, that really helped me. I don't smell the bathroom anymore after taking a shower. It has a clean scent and I don't feel ashamed anymore. Thanks for your expertise. So honey, that right there lets you know that your girl know what she's talking about, okay? So let's talk about your vinegar and how you are going to mix it before we get started with the shower. So in my particular bottle that you see here, I already have a mixture of vinegar, but it's getting low. So I already have water in here. So initially when I made this mixture, it's just half water and half vinegar. But since this mixture is getting low, I'm not gonna add any more water. It's no need to do so. I'm just gonna add vinegar because in this case, I'm gonna be using the vinegar to freshen the shower. So I absolutely want more vinegar than water in my mixture today. But when you mix your mixture of vinegar and water together, go ahead and do half water and half vinegar. And that way you can just keep it moving forward. And then once it gets low and you wanna refill it, then you'll be able to refill it with more vinegar. Once again, you're gonna have the vinegar smell, but it's not gonna be as loud because it is mixed with the water. And also it dissipates quickly. So as you all can see, my shower is looking pretty dirty right now. I'm gonna go in with my favorite Blue Original Dawn today. You can use any soap that you like, but if you're gonna use the dish soap, make sure it's the Blue Original Dawn. Sometimes I will use the Castile soap, and a lot of you like the Sal Suds. So all you're gonna do is just put enough soap in the shower to be able to get it soapy. Now, whenever you clean, soap is what I always tell you, not just all purpose. All purpose can be sprayed to break up the dirt as it sits, but it's not going to work alone to clean a space like a shower. It works in tandem with the soap. So you're going to take you a nice scrub brush. This one goes to a handle that I no longer have. But if you're not able to bend, which a lot of you tell me that you aren't, down in my description is a link to the brush that I use when I'm on here that has a long handle on it. Now you also want to remember to clean your drain as well, because what will happen if you don't get the hair out of the drain, it's going to end up all in the bristles of your brush. It's going to be really hard to get that out, and it's just going to be a complete annoyance. So you want to go ahead and you want to start scrubbing your corners. You want to start scrubbing the grout, because what you're doing is pulling the dirt from these lines, which is called the grout. You want to make sure you're getting up against the sides right here of your shower. If your shower is made this way, which most of them are, whether it's fiberglass or whether it's tile like mine, you want to make sure you're getting up against the sides that way, because dirt falls there, and this also gives your shower a smell. You want to make sure you're getting in these corners. Now you can use a brush with a handle if you just can't bend down, but it's going to be more effective if you're able to bend, because you're going to be able to scrub more. If you have these tracks on your shower, you definitely want to make sure you're getting in these tracks, because once again, dirt gets trapped in these areas. Now if you also have this guard on your door that prevents the water from running out of the shower, you also want to get underneath this, because lots of grime collects underneath this guard. It is disgusting and it will make your shower smell. Now there's a piece on here that you can also remove. I did not do that in today's video, but I will show you that in another video at another time. So over here in the corner of my shower, as you can see, it's pretty dirty and grimy over here. So this is, once again, one of the things that will give your shower a smell, which is why it's so important to be able to scrub by hand versus using the brush with the handle, again, if you're able to. What you need to understand about cleaning is that it is not quick and it is not easy most of the time. Good, thorough cleaning is not quick and it is not easy. It is going to take time to get it done. And most people want cleaning to be like putting it inside of a microwave, and that's absolutely not what cleaning is. When you are really cleaning your home, in this case your shower, you have to get down and dirty and sometimes wet to get it done, because the end result is going to be so fresh and you're going to be so proud of your work until you're going to be excited to do it the next time you have to do it, because now you have the information, you have the proper tools, you have the proper products, and now you know what to do. So right now we're just getting every part of the shower that can potentially be holding any type of grime in your shower heads and that sort of thing that could be holding smell, and we're scrubbing that, and then we're going to freshen it with the vinegar. So now we're just rinsing, and I'm going to also show you something else as we move towards the video. But once again, keep in mind that I said good thorough cleaning is never quick, and you have to really use your hands to get it done. There are a lot of people that are teaching, hey, get it done quick like this. But if you're only using all-purpose to clean your shower and just wiping it down, this is why you're having a problem with smell and that sort of thing, because the all-purpose is only going to work temporarily. It's not going to work for a deep clean. So now we're inside of the shower, and I'm spraying the shower down with my vinegar mixture. And I'm taking care of the glass, which the vinegar is going to put a really, really nice shine on the glass, because that is what vinegar does as well. And it's going to take away any type of little streaks or whatever you may have left behind. So when you get down with your hands and you get down low like this, you're able to see things that you've missed like this. This was stuck inside of the corner of my little water guard down there. But because I have used my hands to get down low, I was able to see that and remove it. Once again, good thorough cleaning. This is what I mean by that. So now I'm just spraying the shower down with my vinegar. And because I use a flat mop, I'm able to mop my shower dry and spread the vinegar, thus letting it get in all the grooves, sanitizing and freshening. This is how you freshen your shower with the vinegar. My mop came from Amazon. If you want this type of flat mop, also you can get them at Costco. I got my other one from Costco. And then also, if you have a spin mop, I've seen the ladies cleaning their showers with those. You can use that as well, because you don't want to try to use nothing heavy, and you don't want to try to use a regular string mop because it's just not going to work. So you want to use something that has like an area like a spin mop, because that area has a place where the pad sits inside of the whatever that little plastic piece is on top of the spin mop. And then I also have this little rectangle area where my pad goes, so it makes it easy to handle. In this case, you're not going to be able to do this with a regular string mop. So yeah, this is thebomb.com, and my shower is feeling amazing. It's smelling amazing. Y'all, you have no idea how wonderful my shower smells and feels right now. And you don't have to do this every time you clean your shower. You just do it as many times as you need to keep it fresh. More so when you are giving your shower a deep clean. Yeah, so this looks good, y'all. And not only does it look good, it feels amazing. Keep in mind that feeling of clean is what you're after. And so there you have it. That is how you freshen your shower after it has been thoroughly cleaned with soap. You can use that method any way you like in your bathroom. even on your floors, because remember, her question was about her walls and her floors. So depending on what kind of finish you have on your walls and what type of floors you have, you can definitely use vinegar and the mop method to take care of your walls and floors in your bathroom. Because honey, it is going to give your bathroom that extra special fresh feeling of clean that I teach over here on my channel, and I promise you won't be disappointed. So once again, if you like this type of video and you want to know more, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to check out some of my other content. Leave your questions down below, and until next time, peace. Hey cleaning family, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you are new. I'm not going to do a long introduction today. Let me just jump right into it. I am cleaning an Airbnb today. This is something that I was called out to do from one of my longtime customers. When I was in the business, she asked me to help out her mom, or her mom called me and said that her daughter recommended me because she said you are the best. And girl, of course I am. So I made plans to get up and come and do this today for her. She has not rented it yet, and she wants to get it clean before she does. And so as you can see, there's splatter on the countertops. As you can see, there is lots of grease and grime stuck on the microwave, which lets me know that this has not been cleaned for quite some time. And then once we get down to the stove, same problem. There's lots of grease and grime that is stuck on the stove. There's lots of grease and grime that is stuck up here on the cabinets above the microwave. And this definitely happens. Now, the stove is not that bad, but the little plates that are underneath the grates that sits on top of the burners, those are dirty. So definitely going to be taking care of those. As you can see, there's lots of grease that's stuck underneath this ledge here. And then once we get to the push button panel, you can see that it's lots of stuck on grease there as well when I aim the camera up. And these are often spots that are missed. These are things that people a lot of times don't know what to look for when they're traveling and staying in these Airbnbs. So today I'm going to be talking to you about some of the things that you need to look for and ways to stay clean while you are staying at an Airbnb, because as I continue to mention here on my channel, cleaning is subjective. It does not mean the same to everyone. And who wants to stay in a nasty Airbnb? Who wants to stay in a nasty hotel? Who wants to stay in a nasty home or be the guest of a friend or a family member and their homes are nasty? So I'm going to be doing the floors. I'm showing you the floors and what they look like right now. The things that need to be deeper clean would just be things like the kitchen and the bathroom, because those are the high traffic areas, right? That's just all the time in any home. The one thing too that is corroded in this home are the window sills and up by the lock latch plates, which is an area that is most missed a lot of times when anybody is cleaning. You have to have the skill to recognize this area. So I took care of all of this. I even took care of the windows as well. Now, light switch plates are going to be cleaned in this home as well, because as you can see, they're dirty. You can see that this is the bathroom. You can see the bath mats on the floor, which I have a video about how I feel about bath mats. So you must imagine how I feel about them in a place like an Airbnb. And so the toilet is dirty, but I decided not to lift that and show you because it's kind of gross. I don't like showing people stuff like that, so didn't do that. Here is my line of products that I'm going to be using. I have my 2 microfiber towels. I have 2 glass cleaners because one is almost empty. I have some Mrs. Myers in my spray bottle. I have Dawn, and I have scrubbing bubbles. So this is what I'm going to be using in the kitchen today to take care of all this grease and grime. So if this is your first time on my channel, my name is Stephanie, and I am a professional cleaning expert. And I was in the cleaning industry for 14 years and I've had my own business, or I had my own business for 10 years. And over here on my channel, I teach you how to obtain that feeling of clean in your home through product knowledge using my techniques and my cleaning advice. So if that sounds like something you may be interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I also do consultations, and so if you are interested in having a one-on-one consultation with yours truly, then go ahead and jump down in my description box and grab my email, and we can discuss everything within the email. So I definitely come prepared. I carry tools like scissors and things like that, and I like to cut my scrubbies in half because they're long. And that way I can have multiple ones instead of just using it while it's still that long length. And then the magic eraser I'm going to be using in the bathroom, which I ended up not using in the bathroom because I actually didn't need it. So right now I'm just scrubbing down the cabinets with my scrubby because I have sprayed the scrubbing bubbles, which is loosening up the grease for me. And I'll continue to talk about the cleaning as we go through it. And hopefully you'll be able to pick up lots of tips and understand what to look for when you are on your traveling journey. Now, one thing that is to be understood with scrubbing bubbles is that it does not work on all finishes, okay? It just depends on your finish. So like the cabinets on the bottom are painted, so I won't be using scrubbing bubbles on that, but they didn't need it anyway because they've been painted. But on this particular finish here, it was easier to use it. I don't have to worry about anything peeling off and that sort of thing. So as you can see, everything has been nicely scrubbed down and it looks good. And I dried it with my yellow rag, which was the last step you saw me doing. And drying it just makes it look so much better versus leaving it wet. So I feel like today was also a perfect opportunity just for me to demonstrate some things that you may have going on in your own home versus traveling. I thought this video would do really, really well for that. You can get some tips for your own home as well. I added just a little Dawn to my scrubby just because Dawn is a grease cutter. So you can also add a little bit of Dawn to your scrubby after you use the scrubbing bubbles, and then that will work well. Or you can just simply do the Dawn by itself. Y'all know Dawn is my go-to, so that's what I do. But the scrubbing bubbles, it just helps to loosen it. So if you have a microwave over your stove, this is a perfect opportunity when you're cleaning these top cabinets to clean that grease that gets stuck above the microwave as well, because that area gets really grimy. Okay, so now I have gotten to this part of the cabinet, and I've also gotten to this part of the cabinet. So initially when I opened this, it was stuck on food and grease here in these spaces as well. So whenever you're traveling, this is the sort of thing that you want to look out for, especially if you're staying in a space like an Airbnb and not a hotel. Because if you open the cabinets and you see, and this is just like dirt from this falling off from my cleaner, but I'm getting ready to clean that. But if you open cabinets and things like that and you see splattered on grease, splattered on food, dust, all that sort of thing, you really need to get your money back, because that place is not clean and you don't need to stay there. And once you see one thing in a space that's not clean, that's going to cause you to start looking for all sorts of things. Because if one space is dirty, chances are the entire space is dirty. So if the owner has not had their space deeply cleaned before you begin to rent or stay or however it goes with you, then that's not somebody that you can trust, and they're not concerned about their property, so they're not concerned about you. Cleanliness is key whenever you are staying away from home, because you don't know who stayed before you. This is the top of the refrigerator. I didn't look at this on my walkthrough, but since I'm up top, I'm looking at it now, and I definitely want to take care of that since I have to clean the outside of the refrigerator anyway. This is an area often missed in Airbnbs and also people's homes. They don't always get the tops of the refrigerators and that sort of thing, and they collect a lot of dust and a lot of dirt. So definitely be checking on top of your refrigerator after you watch this video if this puts you in the mood to clean, to go ahead and get that taken care of. Now, what you're getting ready to see is how dirty this rag is. Look at that. Look how disgusting it was on top of this refrigerator. So I'm just going to go ahead and wipe it some more. And then to make sure that it's clean and there's no more dirt here, like what's left on the front of my rag, I'm going to use some paper towels. And then you'll be able to see the paper towel and how clean it is. And so that's how you know that this has been wiped multiple times and that it is actually clean. You want a space that is actually clean. So one thing that I love about Dawn, which is what I'm using to get all of this grease off of this microwave, and of course I sprayed it with the scrubbing bubbles as well, but even if I had not sprayed it with the scrubbing bubbles, the Dawn still would have did the trick because I don't always have scrubbing bubbles with me. So Dawn is a grease cutter, as I mentioned, and it's going to take away grease. It's going to. You just have to be willing to put in the work to get it done because it's not going to be easy. Good cleaning is not easy. It's why people don't like to do it. So it makes it so much easier when you have one of these scrubbies and you fill your Dawn, you fill your scrubby with Dawn and make sure you wet it with some water to give you the suds. It is going to take care of the job. The reason why so many people are so bad at cleaning is because they're not willing to put in the work that it takes to get it clean. They're not willing to scrub and let it take the amount of time that it needs to take to get it where it needs to be so that you can maintain it. People aren't willing to do that. And a lot of people just don't even know that they're supposed to do that, just to be fair. But good, thorough cleaning requires elbow grease. It requires a lot of work, a lot of it. I did clean the inside of the microwave as well. I didn't need to show you because it was very minimal in there. It was really nothing to show. The point of this video is to show you the grit and the grime and how to recognize it or take care of it in your own home. Somebody asked me in the comments, hold on y'all, let me turn that water off. If the cleaning lady is supposed to do this, and the third. She said that I think she works for a lady who has a cleaning lady, and the cleaning lady doesn't clean this and she doesn't clean that. And she asked me if well, she said a maid. I guess it depends on what the cleaning lady calls herself, but I'm gonna say cleaning lady. If she's supposed to do those things. And in case you're going to hire a cleaning lady, this is what I would tell you. What a cleaning lady does or doesn't do is not up to anyone except the cleaning lady and the agreement that she makes with the client. So for instance, you may feel like the cleaning lady is supposed to come in because she's a cleaning lady and clean your carpets or clean the inside of your refrigerator. If that's not in her job description, if that's not what she has on her list of things to do, then that's not what she does. And there's no right or wrong cleaning lady, right? Unless you determine that. But it's not wrong just because you don't agree that, you don't agree to her terms. Cleaning is very hard. It's very taxing on the body. And some people have set their cleaning service up, especially individual cleaning ladies, or I'll say solo cleaning ladies, have set their business up to only be able to only do certain things so that they're not tearing down their body as much as somebody who does everything would do, right? They're trying to stay, they're trying to keep from being sick because they probably have multiple customers, and they have to be able to service everybody that they have. And so not everybody is out here for the dollar, and they just do everything just because, you know, it's the thing to do, or it, you know, sets them apart from the competition, or at least keeps them aligned with the competition. That's not how that works. The cleaning lady only does what she says she does. Now, if she does everything and that's what you're looking for, great. If she doesn't do everything and you can, you know, roll with her policy, then great. But just understand that she's not going to do those things that you feel like your neighbor's cleaning lady should be doing once you talk about, you know, once you had a conversation with your neighbor about y'all cleaning ladies, because that happens. So yeah, I just want to throw that in there, because cleaning does not mean, yeah, I do everything, okay? So look at this stove already. Of course, I'm going to show y'all, but I just kind of wanted to show you what it's looking like so far, honey. All this grease is gone, because that's how your girl do it. Whenever I'm cleaning a kitchen, the window is always standard in the kitchen. There's no extra charge for the kitchen window, because the kitchen window to me just goes with the rest of the kitchen. It is inevitable that the kitchen window is going to be dirty. It's going to have dust. It's going to have splatter. It's going to have all of the things, right, that takes away the beauty of it. So I always go ahead and just clean the kitchen window. It's satisfying to me, number one, and I just love to see how clean it is once the entire kitchen has been complete and the window is just looking so good and so beautiful. It just tops off the kitchen. So if you have a kitchen window, whenever you clean your kitchen, make sure you are always, always, always taking care of your kitchen window. You're taking care of the frame, you're taking care of the seal, and you're taking care of the actual window, and you're taking care of I always say this wrong, that you're taking care of the lock latch area where your windows lock. You will notice a huge difference in the way that your kitchen feels if you always, always clean your kitchen window. Here is also an area often missed in Airbnbs and even your own home. You always want to take care of that little crud that builds. You also want to take care of the drain stoppers. Before I cleaned this drain stopper was disgusting. It was brown. It had brown or like food or whatever that was stuck all around in this area and on the back and in between these holes and things. And if you stand in an Airbnb and you see something like this, that's another indication that that is a nasty Airbnb. These details absolutely matters. And as you can see, it only takes a second to get these things done. So whoever the cleaning lady is, if she's not doing it, she's awfully lazy. Also pay attention to like your bottles that sit on the sink and on the tub and that sort of thing. Are those clean? Have those been wiped off? Like all of this stuff matters when you're traveling. Look for things like this too. See, when I clean stuff, I'm going to make sure it's right, because I don't want the owner calling me. Because if the owner is paying me, that means they're not doing it themselves. So that means that I'm supposed to know what I'm doing based on what I've charged them, based on the fact that I'm in the cleaning industry, right? So I don't want the owner calling me and having to, because they got complaints and now I'm looking incompetent. So I'm going to do it right Because number one, it's just what I do, and number two, I'm not gonna be out here moving and looking stupid. This is the top of the washer and dryer. I forgot to get an after shot, but I also cleaned this as well, and it looked amazing. So again, attention to detail. This is a ceiling fan. They have a total of 4 in here, I believe. It's either 4 or 5 because there's a little office here as well. And so all of them are in this condition. So I'm absolutely going to be dusting those and making those look beautiful. Light switch plates are very important. If I got to come in and flip the light on and see this, I'm going to be disgusted because it's like, what is this? What was this on somebody's hand or many hands? Like, ew. Again, all of these little details are very important and they only take a second to get them done. I don't understand why people just can't stop and take a second to get them done. It's very satisfying, as I mentioned already, but I guess you have to have a passion for cleaning the way that I do. I took my vacuum, the handheld part of my vacuum, just to vacuum all of the dirt out of the window sills and off of the lock latch areas because I don't want to knock all of that stuff on the floor and make my job harder. So it's easier to just go ahead and vacuum up all of that debris and everything because these are old windows. This is an old house. It's been remodeled, but it's old. So there's lots of dirt here. So as you can see, the scrubbing bubbles has done the job. It looks amazing. You see how shiny it is. And then I wiped down the windows with all purpose because they were dirty, like really dirty. And then, of course, I just went over the windows with some glass cleaner and everything looks good. So now when the guests come and stay, they don't have to worry about looking at dirt and grit and grime. And now they can feel comfortable and confident in the fact that their space is clean. So now I'm moving into the bathroom. This is my last area. Y'all know how I feel about these bath mats. Now, she does ask me for my opinion. So I'm definitely going to talk to her about these because especially with an Airbnb, you do not want this. You do not even want to step on this if you're staying in the Airbnb. So I would suggest that if you're going to be staying in an Airbnb and you just have to have something to step on and you may not have enough towels or whatever, to be on the safe side, I would just like purchase me one of those little flat hotel type mats that they leave on the hotel floors. I would purchase one of those and travel with that if you're going to be staying in an Airbnb or wherever you're going to be staying, you know, when you feel like you won't be comfortable with stepping out on something like this. And then if you're staying anywhere that's going to have a washer and dryer, then you can just toss it in the washer before the end of your stay, and then, you know, you're traveling with it and it's clean again, right? But this right here, no. So everything has been beautifully cleaned, as you can see. Now, one of my grates is messed up right there, but I did fix it before I left. But as you can see, all of the grease is gone, girl. We can see our reflection in this microwave even clearer, honey. And then this right here is probably just worn down panel stuff because that did not come off. So, or worn down, wear and tear on the panel, let me say that. But yes, everything is sparkling. It looks good. When somebody walks in here, they don't have to question whether or not this has been clean because it looks clean, it is clean, it smells clean, and it absolutely feels clean. So I'm excited about this. I think I might have to come out of retirement and just do some cleans, honey, because I love cleaning, okay? I love it. And this right here, I just miss this so much. It's so satisfying to me. I'm just not going to be doing all them dang on 4 and 5 bedrooms and 3 and 4 and 5 bathrooms no more. No, ma'am. But maybe I'll step out again to do some small cleanings, you know, just to help people out and myself. So this toilet, like I mentioned, was dirty, honey. It was dirty. I had to get my toothbrush and get all up in it, and yeah, it's absolutely clean now.